the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New minute today, USA Boxing. We are back. Yes, y'all. Let's make it happen. Let's make it do what it do. We're going to have a damn good show today. Yes, we are. We're going to do a little talking today, man. We're going to make it what's going on. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and let everybody know. Peace to the family in the chat. And we're going to give everybody, just a, hold on, guys. Let me see. Got the live chat going on? What's going on with the chat? I'm trying to see what's up. With my drop down. My drop down ain't doing nothing. I don't know why. Okay, all right. I see it. I think I see it now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button for the old boy. I'm trying to have a screen right here where I can kind of like see the chat or whatever. For some reason, it's not showing nothing. So I have no idea what's going on with this. Why it's not showing anything. But let's do this. We'll just stay right here. We'll just stay right here with StreamYard. Because what I do, I stream through StreamYard, and I'm able to look at it on YouTube as well, but I'm not able to see YouTube for some reason. Let me go ahead and try this. Look at it on YouTube as well, but I'm not. See, I'm hearing it right now. Let's go to analytics. I like to look at my shows in analytic mode. Let's give everybody a round of applause, though. All right, I think it's I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know what's going on with analytic mode. But anyways, let's get into the show. Let's do this. Now, Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez are the first to do it. Some of you probably figured it out. First to do what, Coach? First to do what? Some people jumped out the window. But I got the receipt. So one thing you know about me, boy, we don't do clickbait over here. I say something. I got proof, evidence, everything. Who Undisputed won't run was tougher? That's a question that they've been debating about online on several different forums. So we have Team Canelo feel some type of way. We know how the people feel about Canelo. Lord, we know how they feel about Canelo. Whew. Oh, that's another story there. And then we have Team Charlo, Jermell Charlo. We know how them Texas boys feel about Jermell Charlo, even though he's from Louisiana. But we know how they feel, right? So we got that, right? So now what I see going on online, me, I ain't got a dog in the race. I ain't from Mexico and I ain't from Texas, so it is what it is. Nor Louisiana. But it's a legitimate question. People are having some heated debates online. I'm not making this stuff up. Literally, you see what I'm saying? So depending on which side of the fence you're on, you know what I mean? You got to take somebody to come through the middle with a little bit of objectivity. And depending on what side of the fence you're on, people feel some type of way. Now, again, this question is all subjective in the first place. It's subjective. Maybe you can you can try to compare apples to apples. You may say, hey, well, this guy did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You see what I'm saying? And that guy did, such and such over here. What I don't want to do is I don't want to get with someone that's on Team Charlo or Team Canelo. Because if you're Team Charlo, I know what you're going to say. And if you're Team Canelo, I know what you're going to say. You see what I'm saying? So, but I just want to peel back the layers of the onion and actually look at this. You see what I'm saying? But both men have become what? Both men have become undisputed champions within the 6-month time frame. Let me go ahead and read my opening statement, my soliloquy, and we're going to get into the show. Now, Charlo and Canelo will forever be linked together, in my opinion. Yeah, and of course, the reason why they will be linked together. When I say Charlo, I'm not talking about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is he probably can be linked to Canelo from a standpoint of he wants to fight him, been trying to fight him, whatever. Was offered money to fight Canelo, turned it down. His team turned it down, and his team most recently, according to Tom Brown, offered Canelo a package deal to fight some PBC fighters with Jermell Charlo's name in it, and he took the zone deal. All the other stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about specifically as it relates to Jermell Charlo. Jermell. Jermell and Canelo. And I'm gonna break this down for you. Now, these both men became the first to become undisputed champions in their respective weight classes in the 4-belt era. That's the first. So when you say, "Oh man, you know, what you talking about? Canelo and Charlo, they ain't the first to become undisputed." You know what you're talking about? No, sir, you don't know what you're talking about. But let me specify. Canelo and Jermell Charlo have become the first to become undisputed in their respective weight divisions. In what era? The 4-belt era. This is facts.
True, true, true.
I don't think no one will argue with that. I don't think no one can argue with that. So there's no argument. So I just won that one right there. 1-0 Coach Malachi's way. Now, both men will have a birthday coming up. Both men will become 32 years old. We'll be 32 years old this year. I think Jermell Charlo's birthday is up in a few days. His birthday is in May, May 19th, something like that. And I think Canelo's birthday is in June or July. They're like 2 months apart. 32, both men are 31 years old. They'll be 32 years old soon. You see what I'm saying? Both men are young and talented as hell. Very talented. I don't think no one can argue or debate with that. Both men are very, very talented now. Both men have supporters who love them, and both men have detractors who hate them. They share that too. They have fans who love them, and they have people who hate them with a passion. Same age. They share the same love and hate. And both men are first. You know what I mean? They're the first to do it in their respective weight divisions in the 4-belt era. No one can argue those, right? Those are three. Right now it's 3-0 Coach Malachi way. But the fact still remains the same. They're both universally recognized. The key word is universally. Not according to the WBC, not according to Mauricio Suleiman, not according to ESPN, Mike Carpenter, no. Not according to those guys. We're talking about universally recognized, meaning even those guys who use subjectivity when it comes to who they want to pick as undisputed. Those names I just named, even they universally recognize these guys as being undisputed champions in their respective weight divisions in the 4-belt era. Universally recognized. In the history books, universally recognized, right? Now, they're both are universally recognized as undisputed champions, and there's nothing that no one can do about that. So if you hate Canelo, it doesn't change the fact that he's undisputed. Nothing you can say about that. If you hate Jermell Charlo, guess what? It doesn't change the fact that he's undisputed. Nothing you can say about that, right? Let's continue. Now, online, and this is what gave me my topic for the show. I told you I study people. I study online activity. This is what I do. I study comments. I didn't come up with this. I didn't come up with this talking point. I didn't come up with this title from YouTube. Didn't come from YouTube. It actually came from Twitter. Twitter and Reddit. Because I'm on Reddit as well. I told y'all I'm all over the place. Twitter and Reddit. On Twitter in certain talk, in Twitter, they having a debate about this right now. And on Reddit, the Reddit groups and the subreddits, they feeling some type of way about it as well. Heated, especially on Reddit. Heated on Reddit. But Twitter, they heating up it pretty well as well. You see what I'm saying? Now, there is an online debate going on right now, about which fighter had the tougher road to their undisputed run. You see what I'm saying? There is an opinionated question and subjective to the individual. What do I mean by that? This is an opinionated question. This is an opinionated question, and it is subjective to the individual. What do I mean by that? Subjection means your own opinion, how you feel personally, how you view things. So if you have a picture of Canelo Alvarez on the wall, and when you wake up in the morning, you pray to him and thank him, and when you go to bed, you pray to him and thank him, we automatically know that what you're going to say. And if you're from the state of Texas, and you got a picture of Jermell Charlo on the wall and stuff like that, and there goes Jermell, yada yada yada. You pray to him. You wake up in the morning and pray when you go to bed at night. We ought to know how you feel. But I don't want to talk about the pro Canelo fans or the pro Charlo fans. I don't even want to talk about the fans who hate Canelo and the fans who hate Jermell Charlo. I'm asking a serious question. If anyone could just really look at it and just be honest and let's just see. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own opinion. There's no answer. There's no answer or a wrong answer. No matter where you go at with this, there's no answer or a wrong answer. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's all subjective to you. So no one is right and wrong. And that's what I noticed online. I'm like, these dudes arguing and debating about this here. But the fact of the matter is, this is how you feel about the run. You feel differently than this guy. And you can make an argument for Canelo, and you can make an argument for Jermell Charlo. Still going to be an argument. Still going to be a dialogue. And I doubt that, you may come to I doubt that if a person feels a certain way about Canelo, there's nothing that someone who doesn't feel that way is going to do to change their mind. And if a person feels a certain way about Jermell Charlo, there's nothing that someone is going to do to change that person's mind. So it's really an argument that ain't going to come to no conclusion. You see what I'm saying? But hey, let's go down a yellow brick road. You see what I'm saying? As I said before, this isn't an opinionated question, and it's subjective to the individual. Now, depending on how you feel about these two fighters, you will come away with two different answers. Some would say that Canelo had an easier path to undisputed because of his position on the chessboard of boxing. Because Canelo is the cash cow, he's the face of boxing in North America. That some would say that, oh man, he cherry picked his way through there. And he just was able to pick, fight this dude, that dude, fight all these Euro balls. Man, that jump with either what he did, man. That's why Mel had to get it the hard way. I hear that argument. We're gonna address that. Some would say that Jermell Charlo had an easier path because all of the fighters that he fought were all with the PBC. Facts. His Jermell undisputed run. Hell, all of the fighters, it just so happened the way it worked out. All of the fighters that was on his path to undisputed were all coincidentally PBC fighters, every last one of them. Whether it was Tony Harris, even though Tony Harris beat him and he came back and took his belt back. I forgot the first guy he got his belt from, his WBC belt from, or whether it was Rosario, or whether it was Castaño. All of them were PBC fighters. So some would say, oh man, he had them all on the same side of the street. That's what made it easy. So I hear the argument on both sides. Right? But at the end of the day, these men have accomplished something that most fighters will never accomplish. Most fighters will never accomplish what these two men have accomplished, right? And no one can take that away from them. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. My brother say, Jesse, he said, Coach, did you hear about Trevor Bryan and Dubois? Yeah. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna do a show on that because no one cares about Trevor Bryan. Let's be honest with you.
True.
Hey, Jesse, let's be honest with you, man. No one cares about Trevor Bryan. I'm the only one representing for Trevor Bryan over here. This is Team Trevor Bryan. Team Trevor Bryan. Team Trevor Bryan. You know what I mean? Hey, Halil say, did Canelo fight J-Rock? Nah, Canelo ain't fighting J-Rock. Apparently, sources say that Canelo was ducking J-Rock. This is why Big Bad Jermell Charlo had to fight him. Sources say. Just joking. We gonna get some diehard Canelo. You know how sensitive they is. Oh shit, the Puto said, you heard what Puto said? He said that Canelo was ducking J-Rock. They say, let's go get him. Gang. You come on, we ought to know what time it is. I do not want to get them started, boy. Oh, I don't want to get them started. Come on, man. Hey, you mess around. Hey, I do not want to get them started, boy. You know what I mean? God damn, between between them boys from Texas and between them boys from Texas and who support Jermell Charlo. Oh, I'm gonna point something else out too. You know I got the receipts, right? Y'all know I got the receipts. I got something I want to drop today. Might start a little trouble, but hey, my channel. I am the only channel on. My boxing channel is based on debunking false narratives, pointing out double standards, and while at the same time trying to grow the sport of boxing. I'm doing my part. But let's continue. Let's get into this. I got some receipts I want to show. Jaime Rivera, what'd you say, family? Say, Coach. He say, IA, get you an interview with Trevor Bryan. Oh man, I don't reach out to him. You know what I mean? You know what me? I'm on the what it was called. I'm on the do not touch list in boxing. I'm on the do not touch list. I got I rub people the wrong way. You know what I mean? I rub people the wrong way. You know what I mean? And some people I'm being rubbed the wrong way. So some guys, you know what I mean? They might feel some type of way about the old boy. Even the Charlos, it's fine. I mean, even Jermell Charlo. But it's fine. He said, Coach, you need to target more UK fans. People love you here. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm working on that because 70% of my subscribers, 71% of my subscribers to be exact, are American. And the other 20, I have like 25, no, not 25%. Yeah, 70%. I have like 25% of my subscribers from the UK. You see what I'm saying? So, we'll see. You know what I mean? I rock with those who rock with me. I don't really like target a certain country. You mean I just drop the content and whoever gravitates to it. You get what I'm saying? That's pretty much how I do it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We got less. I want to open up the phone lines because I really want to talk about this. But let's do this here, man. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's break this shit down like a 57 Chevy. I really want to see this. Hold on. Oh, you know what? This ain't working. My bad. So since that ain't working, let's do this. Hold on, guys. I was trying to see something. That ain't working. So I'm gonna just go over here and go straight to YouTube. I'll go straight to YouTube and look at the chat right there, and I'll be able to talk to everybody in the chat right there. Peace to the family. Peace to the family, man. Peace to the family. Fuck it, we'll do it like that. All right, now let's go over here, right? So there's an article. Remember, I told you guys, universally known, right? Universally known. Shout out to Steve Kim, man. Steve Kim, he's doing. I think he's working with Snag. I don't know, but he writes articles for. I want to say Snag. So he writes articles for Snag, right? And he did a pretty good article. Right? So no disputing Charlo now. We're gonna break down Canelo Alvarez as well. As you can see, Jermell right there with all the belts. Just like you see on the thumbnail, Canelo, the Lord of the Rings, collected all of the belts 6 months ago. 6 months later, Jermell has collected all of the belts. Okay. You know what I mean? So here you go, right? You see Jamal back there. He happy. I don't know why he was happy. But anyways, in what was an unusually busy night of boxing in Southern California, which saw 3 notable cards within a 50-mile radius, it was Jermell Charlo who captured the evening by stopping Brian Castano. We already know what happened with that, right? I'm not even trying to relitigate this whole thing again. But halfway through, it looked like Castano's pressure would once again carry the action. But this time around, it was the fiery Charlo who showed more dimensions to his overall attack. Not only was he superior athletically from the outside, but he was faster off the trigger than the Argentinian. I did notice that as well. But beyond that, his punches had more concussive effect. Let's continue. We do know that Brian Castano crumbled from that left hook in the 10th round. We know what happened with that. He folded like a lawn chair. And then it says right here at the time of the stoppage, the judges had it 88, 83, 87, 84, and 89, 82 for Jermell Charlo. Some say, oh man, the judge was in the bag for Jermell Charlo. Even if that's true, guess what? It didn't even get to that. It didn't even get to that. Like you guys, you can see the end result right here. You see Castano on his knees. It didn't get to that, right? So now, why am I here? I'm here because he said with that, Jermell Charlo has joined an exclusive club of fighters who have possessed all 4 major belts at one time. Who is that exclusive? Who is that exclusive club? This membership includes Saul Canelo Alvarez. I don't think no one would argue about that. Josh Taylor. I don't think no one would argue about that. Alexander Usyk. I don't think no one will argue about that. So what he did, he's going from recent to least recent. Canelo, Josh Taylor, Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford. He was the first to do it in the junior middleweight division. Alexander Usyk was the first to do it in the cruiserweight division in the 4-belt era. Canelo Alvarez was the first to do it in the super middleweight division in the 4-belt era. And let's see. And Jermaine Taylor, as we can see right here, He was the second. And Bernard Hopkins was the first in the middleweight division in the 4-belt era. So he's there. Jermell is there. Boxing's real life Clubber Lang, who has a chip on his shoulder the size of he said the size of the rock of Gibraltar, has firmly stamped himself as not only the king of the 154-pound division, but one of the sports elites. This is facts. And you guys know I always call Jermell Charlo. What do I call Jermell Charlo, guys? I say he is the Clubber Lang of boxing. He reminds me so much of Clubber Lang. He had the same attitude and mentality. You guys know I always say that.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair's been messing in my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
You guys know I always say that. I've been saying, you've been following me for a while. That's all I've been saying about this dude. Angry man. He's there. He's there. He's there. He's there. He's there.
True, true, true.
I did a poll. Let's pull up this poll, though. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I want to open up these phone lines. Let's do a poll. Let's pull this poll up. I want to see what the results of the poll was anyways. I already did a poll in my community. I just want to see what the results are. I want to see what the results are. What's the results of the poll? I did a poll asking the question. All right. 611 people. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to get the results of the poll yet. I just want to see what the people say. What do you guys think? Who had the tougher run leading to Undisputed between Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez? Who Undisputed run and to get there was harder? Who took the harder path, so to speak? You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much that's it. So I want to see what you guys say in the chat first. Let's see. Ronald Finkley said Big Champ. Little Green Eyes P said the third alphabet. Okay, the third alphabet. Mr. Right, let's see. Sawab's Boxing said, what you say, fam? You said Charlo, I think. Okay, you say Charlo. Ahmed said press 1 for Canelo. Okay. Ninja, what you say, fam? You say Canelo, in my opinion, fought 2 bigger guys than him. Okay. That's a valid argument. That's a valid argument. Diallo Huggy says Jermell. Okay. Huggy Bell, what's going on, my brother? Huggy Bell say Jermell. Let's see. Andre say Charlo. K. Causey say Charlo. Marcus King say Charlo by landslide. Zach P says Charlo because he had to take the belts. Okay. He said Charlo. He say Marco Antonio says Canelo. Supersonic says it's tricky because it's comparative to skill levels. Okay. What you say, Supersonic? I like the way you broke this down. You say it's tricky, coach, because it's compared to the skill levels. That's a valid point. Jermell had the comparatively tougher matchups compared to Canelo. So I see what you're saying. You're saying that from a skill set standpoint, and this is the argument that people are having online right now, guys, because Canelo, his run to Undisputed, he made it look a lot easier, and he was the overwhelmingly favorite. That when he got in the ring, there was no doubt he was going to win the fight. You know, just everybody know he's going to beat Caleb Plant. People were celebrating. Well, I can't say everybody because those LDBC channels who said Caleb Plant was black. You know, some of them. I got the receipts. I got the video. Just in case anyone say they ain't never say that. No. I got the video. The ones who said he was black. You know, where it was an overwhelming consensus that Canelo was going to beat him. Like, I know I did. It wasn't a doubt in my mind he was going to beat Caleb Plant. And, you know, it wasn't a doubt in my mind. You know, because I was making mockery. I was saying, you know, Caleb Plant, he Floyd Mayweather, he the white Floyd Mayweather mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. And then Karma Sareem said Sugar Ray, shit, more like Sugar Ray Jenkins. Carl called him Sugar Ray Jenkins. You know, because I was like, yeah, you know, he got the shoulder roll. You know, he got the shoulder roll like Floyd. But then, you know, mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. Oh, y'all was clowning me on that right there, man. So, Billy Joe Saunders, there was no, you know, now I bet on Billy Joe. I'm not gonna lie. Last year, I picked Billy Joe to beat Canelo. Cause I just thought Billy Joe, he was a slick fighter. He was, he was a slick white fighter. I said, okay, from the UK, this Billy Joe, big Billy Joe. I didn't know Canelo was gonna catch him with the bolo, catch him with the uppercut, you know what I mean, and break the man orbital bone. Like, God damn, Canelo found out. Oh, Puto, you gonna bet on Billy Joe against me, Puto? Okay, I got you. I'm gonna break his face. Canelo caught Billy Joe. Canelo caught Billy Joe ducking his head down with that uppercut. Hack him. That left hook, that left uppercut. Hack him. He ducked his head right into it. Oh man, God damn, Billy Joe. Lord have mercy. He been doing good too until the body shots went to catch him. When the body shots went to catch him, all that shit changed. But anyways, that's okay. I think I lost $100. I lost $100 on that. True story. I lost $100 betting on Billy Joe. But I got get back with Josh Taylor. I made $300 on Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor came over here, put them paws on Buddy, what is Ramirez, and he took them straps for him and he became undisputed. So I got some get back on that there. Got some get back on Josh Taylor. And I got some get back on Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury let's see. Well, Usyk beat Joshua. Did I lose any money on that fight? I don't think I got any bets on that fight. Yeah, I think I might have lost. I lost 100 on that, but then I made 500 on because I had like 5 bets. Well, I only made 4 because one guy never paid me. That's why I don't bet people in the chats. I only bet a couple people that I know that'll pay, but I don't do chat bets because people don't pay. So a lot of people ain't gonna pay you. Most of the time, they're not gonna pay. And the bets I lost, I paid. The people who they come here every day. When I lost my bets, I paid them. You know what I mean? Sent it to them cash out the very next day. Yeah, I made like 500. Well, I won 500, but I took in 400 on the Fury Wilder. So I won more than I lost. You know what I mean? To be honest, I won more than I lost when I bet. But anyways, yeah, man. So I want to see what you guys got to say about that. Shout out to Donald Banks.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, breaking news. Charlo will be playing Clubber Lane's son in Greed. I guess you ain't saying Greed 3. I guess you meant to say Creed 3. In Greed 3. Hopefully they don't kick him off the set for being too angry. Maybe give him a volume. Maybe give him a volume. I guess you meant to say a value. I guess that's what you're trying to say. Let's see. Let me see what the people say. See what the people saying. Woo 36. What's going on, fam? He said Billy Joe is slick Mexican fighter. No, I think Billy Joe. Let's see. Hey, James Burrell, what did he say? He said Caleb got that 2%. Hey, Cooper Curry say playing as a fake ass sweepy. Hey,
Put some respect on my name.
you gonna put some respect on it too. Respect it. Jimbo Slice said it's difficult because Canelo made it look easier while Jermell had a rematch and were more close. Both are great runs though. I see what you're saying. You probably, it may not even be a fair assessment of comparing the two. But this is what people are arguing about online on Twitter. I'm dead ass. Just go on to Twitter. Go on Twitter, man, and type in find a good boxing circle to get into, talking about Jermell Charlo and Canelo undisputed run, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, they going at it, boy. They going at it. They got they throwing bolos, they throwing check left hooks, right crosses, uppercuts, body shots, hooks to the liver. Boy, they doing it all right now, boy. Xavier, what you say, family? Say Charlo struggled more. He has to lose and win his belts back before drawing in his first undisputed fight. He had to fight 2 undisputed fights to become undisputed. You know what? So, what do you mean by that though? What are you saying? Are you saying that that's proof that he had his run was harder versus Canelo, or he had the tougher run? Are you trying to say it was tougher for Charlo? Charlo took the toughest path to become undisputed. Is that what you're saying? Xavier, I don't want to misunderstand what you're saying. Let's see. Stephen 47. He said, I think Canelo has done more in his career at this point. He say Jermell but props to Jermell for what he's done for his career. Okay. All right. Let's see. What you say? Caleb is retired? No, he's not retired. He's still fighting, dog. He's still fighting. You know what I mean? James Farrell said, I ain't never met a black man named Caleb or Chip. It's some black men named Caleb or Chip, believe it or not. You probably never met them, but they're there. Trust me. They're there. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, they're there. Let's see. He say, I don't know who I wanted. Canelo to KO more. Billy or Plant. You know what? Probably you probably wanted him to KO Caleb Plant, because Caleb Plant was he called Canelo a cheater. Yeah, that whole team over there cheat. That's all they do. Him, Oscar Valdez, Eddie Reynoso, they're just a team full of cheaters. They got to cheat to win. So Caleb Plant was the one who got it started with the cheating. Which when they had the face off, Canelo was so mad about that he ended up pushing Caleb Plant, almost pushed him down. Caleb Plant had his hands behind his back. Then Caleb Plant walked up to him, bap! Put them paws on. Hey, you want to piss Canelo fan off? Hey, let him know that Caleb Plant slapped Canelo. Yo, Caleb Plant walked up to Canelo, bap! Pimp slapped him right quick. Nello came back with a two-piece, bap, bap! Gave Caleb Plant that cut under his right eye. You want to start a war? Listen, if you want to start a war, I'm going to tell y'all right now. If you want to start a war on Reddit or on Twitter, especially Twitter and Reddit, if you want to start a war, go to any kind of discussion or forum that they have it online. And this pro Canelo said, yeah, man, I remember that time when Caleb Plant, he pimp slapped Canelo. Boy, you gonna get boy rest online, boy. Oh, you gonna get boy rest online. You fuck around and say that? Woo! True. Hey, Caleb Plant showed the video. He showed the picture, the still image, right? Where his fingertips was touching, as Canelo was turning his head, his fingertips was touching Canelo's face. Picture don't lie. His fingertips was touching Canelo's face. And Caleb Plant said, miss my ass. Because I'm saying he missed Canelo. Caleb Plant said, miss my ass. Caleb Plant. I ain't gonna lie, dog. You know what? I kind of, because I was clowning Caleb Plant, man. But I kind of like Caleb Plant now. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Caleb Plant. I'm not gonna lie, dog. He won me. He kind of won me over a little bit. I like this swag. He didn't come in there all scared and ready to fold. I kind of like Caleb Plant now. I call him Vanilla Ice and stuff like that. The fake color me bad, Robin Slick. I said all those things, but all jokes aside, Caleb Plant a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I can't even front. He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. Shout out to Real Talk.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Canelo fought bigger opponents than Charlo did, stepped up in weight, and did it all in under a year. Charlo struggled. It's not really a debate. Okay, I mean, that's that. And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that, fam. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how you feel. It's still gonna be subjected to the individual. The fight doctor said that Hopkins was the first. Yes, Hopkins was the first to become the undisputed in the middleweight division in the 4-belt era. That is true. Fight doctor, who was the first to do it in the junior middleweight division? And who was the first to do it in the super middleweight division? Let's see. Listos paros, listos paros chingados. That's what he said, man. Esto se ha tratado conmigo. Yo no sé por qué. Yo creo que Caleb Plant, él no quiere aprender español, pero él no tiene tener mucho practicar. He needs to practice a lot more. You know what I mean? But, if you want to know, si él lo quiere fluente en español. You know what I mean? Let's see. Call me Drew. You say Canelo's undisputed run was more impressive. He did it in 11 months. Yeah, that's damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's unheard of. Hey, call me Drew. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's unheard of. Bro, for you to become undisputed in the 4-belt era within a year, in an 11-month span. I mean, everything just had to line up perfectly for that to happen. But when you are in that position that Canelo was in, the face of the sport of boxing, the cash cow in North America. I say North America because, you got a couple boys over there in the UK that's huge draws. Anthony Joshua, he making crazy money, boy. Selling out football stadiums, bigger venues. These guys packing 80-some thousand venues, 87,000, 70-some thousand people venues. Tyson Fury, his last fight, he did what, 84,000? So, you got guys over there, boy, they doing their thing over there now. But to do it in 11 months, I don't think any other fighter in boxing could have been able to do what Canelo has done. I'm going to tell you why. Anthony Joshua had 3 heavyweight titles. He was the unified champion. Guess what? He could never become undisputed. Whatever issue that was going on with Wilder team and his team, it just didn't happen. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole because if you're dealing with pro Deontay Wilder fans, Anthony Joshua ducked us and he did this and did that. You get a whole lot of fans in it promoting, and I ain't trying to get involved in that there. And then if you talk to Anthony Joshua, just about Deontay Wilder fans, I mean, if you talk to Anthony Joshua fans, you're going to hear a whole nother argument with that. I'm not even trying to go down that rabbit hole. I let y'all have it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. But no one could have done that but him in 11 months span. Because of the politics of boxing, you had to be a fighter that was just so big and so massive, and that when you move, they move, and all of the powers that be bow down to whatever it is that you want to do. You got the PBC, who whatever Canelo want to do, they'll pay him whatever amount of money that they want that he wants. Hell, you have DAZN to pay him whatever type of money he wants. You see what I'm saying? So you got 2 power brokers in the game. Now, Top Rank, Bob Arum was like, he ain't never even tried to get involved in the Canelo sweepstakes. He's like, man, damn that. Bob ain't give a damn. Man, I ain't finna be paying to do it all the goddamn money. Fuck him. Bob ain't caring about that at all. Let DAZN and PBC fight that out. And Showtime them, let them fight that out. You see what I'm saying? I ain't getting involved in that. So when you the queen on the chessboard, well, some say even the king. If you the queen is my favorite piece on the chessboard because it's the most powerful piece. I don't think no one will argue with that if you know how to play chess. When you the queen on the chessboard, you can move in any angle, any direction that you want to move in. That's why I call Canelo the queen on the chessboard. He's not limited to moving. Some fighters are pawns. They got to move one space at a time. One space at a time. Some fighters are rooks. They can only move when the lane is cleared for them to move, vertical or horizontal. Either way, right? Some fighters are bishops. They can only they're powerful, but they got to take the long way. Some fighters are knights. They're able to hop around in L-shaped forms, and I'm gonna hop over here, I'm gonna hop over there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And some fighters, very few are queens on the chessboard. They can move in any direction that they want to move in, however they want to move. Right? Canelo is the queen on the chessboard. I don't think no one can argue that. You see what I'm saying? So let's look at what the poll says. Why am I want to show the poll? Because I don't want nobody thinking that, hey, Coach came to his own conclusion. I haven't come to any conclusion. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys what the people say. I'm going to show you guys what the people say. In this poll, as you can see, guys, he say, that's true. AJ couldn't get a chance to become undisputed. In this poll, as you can see, guys, the question is, whose undisputed run was tougher between Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez? As you can see right here, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring this down. So sorry about that, guys. Hold on. What we got here? We got 121 likes. We need 200 for me to open up the phone lines. We need 200 likes for me to open up the phone lines. So let me go ahead and blow this back up. This ain't Coach Malachi Williams. As you can see, the polls, the people have spoken. 611 people participated in this poll. As a matter of fact, let me refresh it. 633 people participated in this poll. Out of the 633 people that participated, 67% of the people who voted said that Canelo Alvarez's undisputed run was tougher than Jermell Charlo. Out of 633 people who voted, this is not Coach Malachi Williams. I don't want nobody coming at me saying, oh man, that nigga hating. He hating. He said Canelo had a tougher run, the undisputed, than Jermell. I didn't say that. 633 people who participated in this poll did, though. And this poll is going to stay up here. I'm going to keep it up here just in case people want to continue to vote. It's in the communities tab. If you want to, it's in the communities tab. Whose undisputed run was tougher between Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez? Out of 633 people who voted, 67% said Canelo, 33% said Jermell Charlo. And then they was debating right here in the comment section. I like to go to the comments. Let's see what the people saying in the comments. This brother here, Mansour, said Jermell's run was longer, and he experienced a defeat and a draw along the way. Canelo won undisputed in less than a year, so it seems his run was easier. And that's not to say his opponents were easier, but his run was longer, and he fought undefeated opponents doesn't mean that it was tougher either. Okay, so this guy's saying that Jermell's opposition had more dog in them, in my opinion, but both undisputed runs were great. So this is what Mansour said. Jay Flores, what you had to say, fam? He said Jermell's undisputed competition already had many losses. Rosario already had 3 losses. That's true. Tony Harrison had 3 losses. Yes. Cotto had 5 losses. Cotto. I guess Cotto, I don't know what he's talking about on that. He said Cotto had 5 losses. Let's see. So I don't know what he mean by Cotto. But he said Canelo went undisputed to champions with 0 losses and in their primes. You know what? A lot of people I think this is the argument that people are making. They're saying Canelo went undisputed with champions who were undefeated and they was in their primes. Canelo was the shorter guy to plant. That is true. Smaller guy to plant. And Smith. Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders were known champions in their country. Okay. Well, okay, let's see. It say facts. He fought for his first official title versus a weak John Jackson. That was knocked out before he got exposed versus Sherry Harrison. So he's talking about when Jermell Charlo when he won his belt when he fought John Jackson. Okay. This guy here say all Euro bombs. Stop it. So they talking Canelo fought all Euro bombs. All right. I wonder if he talking about Caleb Plant. So this guy said all them guys were bombs. Stop it. So they going at it. So Jay Flores said keep hating. So you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you now. Online, go to Twitter. Boy, if y'all go to Twitter, oh my God. Boy, if y'all go to Twitter, I'm telling you, boy, you want to see Godzilla versus Mothra? No, Godzilla versus Gamera? Go to Twitter. Boy, they going at it right now, boy. I can hear the blows from here. Jermell had a PBC fanboy said Jermell had a harder run than both of them. He's laughing, so we know he's making jokes. All right. He said, forget about the level of opposition for a minute. Charlo fought all PBC fighters, whereas Canelo had to become a free agent or else PBC would have never turned Plant over to Canelo. This is a valid point as well. This is a valid point. Canelo had to go through the politics of promotional companies, the fighters that he wanted to fight in order to make this fight, in order to become undisputed. Jermell didn't have to do that. He just had to stay at the PBC and everything, just all of the fights was there. You see what I'm saying? That is a valid argument. That's a valid argument as well. That's a valid argument. So anyways, as you can see, man, the people, now this brother here said it doesn't matter. They both beat who were the current champions at the time. Neither beat their future Hall of Famer. The guys Charlo and Canelo beat would not be remembered throughout boxing history. Okay. Now this guy right here took a very objective approach. He said it doesn't matter. He said Canelo and Charlo beat guys who were the current champions at that time. This is facts. This guy said that neither beat their future Hall of Famer. He said Canelo didn't beat nobody who's a future Hall of Famer, and Jermell Charlo didn't beat nobody who's a future Hall of Famer. He said the guys that Charlo and Canelo beat will not be remembered throughout boxing history. That's a unique perspective right there. That is a very unique perspective. And this guy right here said it took Mel damn near 8 years to do it. Canelo moved up to a higher weight class and basically did it in 1 year, regardless of who he fought. And I'm not a big Canelo fan. This guy said he's not a, all right, okay, all right. So people, as you can see, people are all over the place with this. People are all over the place with this. So I showed you the results. So EDC say, so he hating on both. You say he hating on both of them. He said he hate no both. He hate no both. Real talk say, he say, dude, how are you doing that? LOL, teach me. Yeah, I don't know who you talking to, Phil. Who you talking to, real talk. Hey, I just said though. Hey, Corey say, you can't say regardless of who he fought. Hey, that's what the man said though. That's what the man said though, Corey. That's how he feel, baby. That's how he feel. That's how the man feel. That's how the man feel. That's how the man feel, man. The man, you say regardless of who he fought, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Y'all all over the place. Y'all talk about Euro balls. There y'all go, boy. There y'all go. There y'all go now. There y'all go. There you go. Hey, what you say? He said, I'm not giving Canelo all the credit. He's a cheat at the time as well. Now, you know what? Alden, when I looked at the, all jokes aside, the boxing forums, the debates that's going online, that's one of the main things they brought up. They said, we can never say that, give Canelo, say he had a harder run. They said Canelo is a known cheater because of the Clinton Buterol stuff. And Jermell Charlo never popped dirty. So his run was harder. People brought that up as well. Not gonna lie. People brought that up as well. Again, as I said before, it's subjective. It's subjective to the individual. It's subjective to the individual, bro. There's no, that's why I said in the beginning, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. If you feel that Canelo, 633 people participated in this poll, and you saw what they said. All 633, 67% of them said that Canelo had a tougher run. It was harder for him. Whether you agree with that or not, that's what they say. And 33% said that on Jermell Charlo. So, and when I do my research, I'm seeing what people are saying in different forums, especially on Twitter and Reddit. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Especially on Twitter and Reddit. So I try to look at both sides of the argument. As I said before, there's no wrong answer. It's going to be subjective to you. You see what I'm saying? Big Ron, what you say, family? Say both considered great. Yeah, for sure. Alden, what you say, family? Say thank you, coach. It's a tough argument. It is a tough argument, but it's an argument that they're having nonetheless. He say Spence says he accepts the fight and waiting for Al to finalize the offer, but somehow these Spence channels take that as Crawford receive an offer and won't sign. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Those guys are clickbait. Some of them are aerosexual channels. And aerosexual guys is a fanboy of Errol Spence. So I mean, don't get caught up in that, man. Those guys, them guys. That's how they make their money, man. Remember, they make their money off of their subscribers. That's what they want to hear. So they got to make content to cater to their fan base so they can continue to get their ad revenue and super chats and stuff like that. It's a business, dog. It is what it is. It is what it is. Double A, he said Twitter and Reddit is a war zone. Yes, it is. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. Twitter and Reddit is a war zone. You see what I'm saying? Twitter and Reddit is a war zone. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. Hey, you think YouTube bad? Boy, go to Twitter. I told y'all I'm trying to become undisputed over there too. That's why I'm saving it for last. I'm saving Twitter for last. But they argue. You get into a debate about anything on Twitter. Anything. Shoestrings. Who got the best food between Mexico and Puerto Rico? Which city reps the hardest? Which state have the toughest gangsters? Out of Texas or Florida or out of or out of Michigan, or we can go cities out of Detroit or New York, bro. Like listen, I promise you, on Twitter, everything is an argument and a debate. They debate about everything. What you talking about, fool? Our mosquitoes in Florida is way tougher than the mosquitoes in Georgia. What you talking about? Man, y'all out there in California, y'all got them, y'all out there in California, man, y'all ain't got them kind of mosquitoes that we got down here, man. These mosquitoes here, boy, when you get bit by a mosquito here, you got to go to the hospital and get a blood transfusion. Out there in California, it's all sweet and Hollywood and stuff. Bro, they argue about everything. I'm dead ass serious, bro. True. They argue about everything. I'm dead ass serious, bro. Everything is an argument. Hey, I'm telling you, man. They argue about everything, man. Everything, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm dead ass serious. Let's talk to the people, man. George Parker, what you say? He said the gators in Florida are meaner than the ones in Louisiana. Bro. Hey, our swamps in Florida is way tougher than them Louisiana swamps. Man, what you talking about, man? Them Louisiana swamps, boy, boy, ain't nothing to be playing with. Them gators soft in Florida. Everything is an argument. Everything. And guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all something else. You can get threatened a whole lot more easier on Twitter than you can on YouTube. Now I get threats from time to time now, not as much as I used to, but I used to get threatened all the time. But on Twitter, boy. But on Twitter, boy, he talking all Catholic old pussy ass nigga. What you talking about, boy? Shut up. I'm finna go ahead and put this with gang. Boy, that years old. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? Gang. What is he talking about? Hey, Ron boy, you know I ain't lying, Ron boy fresh, you know I ain't lying.
Put some respect on my name.
You know I ain't lying, Ron boy. You know how Twitter is. Twitter, motherfucker. I'm sitting there watching some dudes. I'm watching the video, right? Some young dudes. Well, they're younger than me, because I'm 48. I think they was like 30 years old, 30, 31 years old. I'm assuming that they're active in the streets. You know what I mean? And dude just kept talking about something. Yeah, nigga, what's up? Yada, putting up his fire. And I'm like, dude, don't you know the FBI, local police department watching y'all on y'all lives right now? This dude talking about something. And hold on, I'm finna tell you something else. Instagram. If you see Instagram live, when they do their lives on Instagram, oh man, boy, they be off the chain, bro. Me being a marketer, I check everything out. I'm like, God, this what they doing? Dudes talking about something. 30 years old. Yeah, gang. I'm like, why you keep saying gang? Is that the only word you know? Dude just kept talking about gang, and this and that. I'm like, man, I ain't with all this goddamn bullshit, man. I'm too old for this shit. I ain't never been in no gang, so I can't relate. But I'm just saying, though, dog. God, this 2022, man. Nigga talking about some gang. I'm like, man, sit your ass down some goddamn well, man. Shout out to Edwin.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, they do be killing me with that shit. He said, Coach, over 60 fights, only one that he cleared, not cheap. Okay. All right. I'm just saying what the people saying. Shout out to Hunter Young.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Twitter, they would tell you I'm outside your house. Well, that's it again, boy. Boy, get the vicious on Twitter. Hey, you go on Twitter, you better have a bulletproof vest on. Hey, listen, you better have bulletproof vests on when you go on Twitter. You better. Hey, hold on, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm dead ass serious. I'm looking at this video, right? That Jermell Charlo did. I like this video. Ellie Setback. He interviewed Jermell Charlo's father. Interviewed his father, and he looks just like his dad. You know what I mean? I could probably see where he get that anger from. His dad looked like probably when he was younger, because Jermell Charlo was saying that his dad used to beat their ass when they was younger, growing up in Louisiana, and he said, yeah, he used to beat our ass, boy. Him and his brother, and they started boxing when they was in Louisiana. boxing and stuff like that, the kids in the neighborhood and stuff like that. His father broke it down. I advise you guys to check it out. His father broke it down. And this was before they moved to Texas. His father's from South Fort, Texas. But Jermell talked about how they grew up, how they was, how all his family is in Louisiana, how they grew up there and prior to moving and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's something else, man. It's something else. It's something else, man. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and play it. Let me play it. Let me see. Let me play it. Which one is this? 12. Let me see. Let me make sure I got it. Let me make sure I got it. Hold on. I don't like when it does that. Damn, I don't like when it does that because it kind of messed me up. I don't like when it does that. All right, let's do this now. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Can I get it together? This had 20 tells, so that means it's 8 minutes. So I got to take it to 8 minutes. The 8 minute mark. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me find. I want to line it up right for you. So you can hear it. The simple fact that it's beautiful, man. The Charlos, they had their mother and their father in their life, and their father got them in boxing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I am an advocate of, you're a man and you got an opportunity to be in your child's life, your children's life, especially in the Black community when 70, almost 80% of all households are being led by single parent mothers because the father's not there. Anytime I see a story like this, even with the Bill Haney, with Devin Haney and Bill, and I think even Brian Castano and his pops, if I'm not mistaken, and Jermell Charlo, and the Charlos and their father. I like seeing that. Errol Spence and his father. I like seeing that. I really do like seeing that. Hold on. Let me see. Can we find it? Let's see. Can we get it together?
So you was the first lion.
Here you go.
So you was the first lion.
I am the lion. I'm the alpha.
The dad said he is the lion.
All right, bro, don't tell him no more. Don't tell him no more. Don't tell him, he's goddamn right.
Hey, he asked him, he said, so you was the first lion. I do not own the rights to this materials for educational purposes only. I just wanted to show y'all that. He said, so you were the first lion. He said, I am the lion. And as a matter of fact, they look so much alike. you can see the cheekbones. They look so much alike. And Pop looked like you could tell when he was younger, he was snapping when he was younger. So more than likely, Jermell probably got more of the attitude like his dad when his dad was younger. You see what I'm saying? Growing up in Louisiana before they moved to Texas, moved to Houston. So anyways, yeah, man. Listen, man. Pops was shit. He remind me of my goddamn daddy. But hold on, let's go.
He was the first lion.
You like your brother's chances that the Canelo fight's still a big fight for him? You like his
They're talking about Canelo.
If he can get it, I will accept it as it comes. We don't know. It's not something that we just got.
He talking about Jermell Charlo.
We gotta keep moving in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
He talking about Jermell Charlo. The reporter asked him, do he like his brother's chances to fight Canelo at 168, something like that, and he's responding to it. So let's go.
And that's the thing about it. So a lot of people gonna say this and say that, but as long as my brother keeps stepping above all of that and keep fighting, I don't care who he fight, just fight. You know what I'm saying?
Based off the big wall performance, do you like what you see there? Something your brother can expose at 168 maybe? Or
and my brother, honestly, I hate to say it.
Now listen what he said. He said, I hate to say it. They asked him about. Let me read that again. Let me hear the question again. Let's go.
Above all of that and keep fighting. I don't care who you fight, just fight. You know what I'm saying?
Based off the big wall performance, do you like what you see there? Something your brother can expose at 168 maybe? Or
and my brother, honestly, I hate to say it, increment a little bit of more training with DJ and get to the Guzman and just get a little bit more clutch. I think he got a super good chance.
Yeah. So what he's saying is he's not gonna lie. Then he looks around. He looks around the gym. I guess he was trying to see if his brother was around when he answered that question. He said, to be honest, if his brother can get a little bit more clutch and get with DJ, he's talking about Derrick James. If he can get with DJ, you know what I mean? Because, when they moved from Louisiana to Houston, You know what I mean? The father trained the Charlos. He the one got him in boxing. You wouldn't know that listening to listening to these other channels. But his father got him in boxing, and he trained those boys ever since they was little, stuff like that. And then he the one got them with Derek James from what they're saying, from what he's saying all throughout this interview. But not Derek James, but what the brother name is, Ronnie Shields, and whatever the case may be. But the father was the key guy in the whole thing. And they asked him about Jermell Charlo, his chances, and he was just saying that if his brother can get a little bit more clutch, learn some stuff with DJ. And so, because Jermell Charlo is trained by Ronnie Shields. But let's continue.
Ronnie Shields is great, but it just you hear and get to the Guzman and just get a little bit more clutch. I think he got a super good chance.
Yeah.
Ronnie Shields is great, but it just you hear from the same person for so long, it kind of like you need a little bit of more extra to develop the skills, and I think that's all. I think my brother, that's all he missing.
Okay. So he said Ronnie Shields is great. So he didn't shade Ronnie Shields, but he just said sometimes you get used to hearing the same stuff. So some people will interpret that, oh, he's shading Ronnie Shields. That's in your interpretation. But we'll see. They're gonna ask him about his upbringing. Let's go.
But it just you hear from the same person for so long, it kind of like you need a little bit of more extra to develop the skills, and I think that's all. I think my brother, that's all he missing.
Can you clarify your Louisiana roots? A lot of people they got a lot of. Can you talk about
raised? That's home for us. All my family grew up. Everything Louisiana is where it's at for us. You know what I'm saying? My pops and his mom and dad and my grandpa and all my auntie, everybody is from Louisiana, and so everybody was back and forth from Texas to Louisiana. So that's why roots at Lafayette, Louisiana, Opelousas, Grand Coteau, Church Point, the Henrys, the Plum Boys, the Charlos. That's us.
There you go. He talked about his. I'm glad that was a good question. I'm glad the guy asked him about his Louisiana roots. You know what I mean? And he said, that's where he from. That's where he grew up at. I'm gonna let you hear it again. Next time that's some Texas boys. They from Houston. No, they're not from Houston. So. True.
Grand Coteau, Church Point. Back where is that for us? You know what I'm saying?
Can you talk about
develop the skills, and I think that's all. I think my brother, that's all he missing.
Can you clarify your Louisiana roots? A lot of people they got a lot of. Can you talk about
raised? That's home for us. All my family grew up. Everything Louisiana is where it's at for us. You know what I'm saying? My pops and his mom and dad and my grandpa and all my auntie, everybody is from Louisiana, and so everybody was back and forth from Texas to Louisiana. So that's why roots at Lafayette, Louisiana, Opelousas, Grand Coteau, Church Point, the Henrys, the Plum Boys, the Charlos. That's us.
You could have been Alex.
Okay. All right. You know what I mean? So you don't hear much about it. You don't hear much about the Louisiana route. So I'm glad he specified that. Anyways, so again, there's no wrong answer. Let's see how many likes we got. Once we get the likes up, we get the 200 likes. Let me know, guys, so I can open up these phone lines. How many likes we have? We got 175. We need 25 more likes. We got 286 people watching, and we have less than 200 likes. I open up the phone lines for everybody. Everybody want to call in. But again, both of these guys have made history. Canelo Alvarez is the first to do it in the super middleweight division, and in the 4-belt era, and Jermell Charlo was the first to do it in the junior middleweight division. No one can. That's an irrefutable fact, and that's what I love about facts. Facts is you can't refute them. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with your feelings or emotions. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So, however you may feel about who had the tougher run is subjective to the individual. It's an argument or a debate there's going to be no clear answer to. But I did show you a poll, and the 633 people who participated in this poll, they said that 67% of them said that Canelo runs to Undisputed was tougher. Does it take away from Jermell Charlo? No, it doesn't. 33% feel that Jermell Charlo run was tougher. Does it take away from Canelo Alvarez? No, it doesn't. Both men made history. Both men are 31 years old. Both men will be 32 this year. Both men are the first to do it in their respective divisions. Period. who it was. Bernard Hopkins was the first one in 2004. Jermaine Taylor was the second. Terrence Crawford did it in 2017. He was the first in the junior welterweight division. Alexander Usyk was the first in the cruiserweight division. All of these in the 4-belt era. Josh Taylor did it second in the junior welterweight division. Canelo was number 6 in the super middleweight division, the first. No one did it before him. And in the 4-belt era, in Jermell Charlo. That's it. So both all these guys are with a unique group of people, man. They're with a unique group. With a unique group. Shout out to Warren Carrillo.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, what I like said, click the button. Fanboys still in their feelings. Get them, coach. Oh, what's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? Hey, I ride with Dave K. It is what it is, man. I want to say, you say, it's more difficult, not because of 4 belts, but because of politics. No, but I kind of, it's always politics. So, because of the politics, and depending on what the pecking order that you're in the sport, it's going to be difficult right there as well. But when you have politics on top of you got to get more belts, that's what makes it even more harder. Because now you got to listen, you got 4 different sanctioning bodies. You may have the belts scattered throughout the universe. You may have a guy signed the top rank that has the WBO belt. You may have a guy that's signed to the PBC that may have the WBC belt. You may have a guy that signed the Matchroom that may have the WBA belt. And you may have a guy that signed the Queensberry that may have the IBF belt. It's harder because it's like, God damn, if you're a guy trying to become undisputed, and depending on how you sit on the on boxing's on the political board of boxing, which piece you are. If you're a pawn, it's gonna be hard as hell for you to goddamn try to get the undisputed. If you're a pawn, you got to get it the hard way. Someone like a Oscar De La Hoya, when he came out of the Olympics, a lot of things were, because he was the golden boy to face, coming out of the Olympics, he had a better situation coming into the sport of boxing versus someone like a Bernard Hopkins. So depending on who you are in the sport of boxing, that dictates everything. But it's still harder, not only because of the politics, Hunter, but because you got 4 belts. You got 4 belts you got to chase. You know what I mean? So, at least that's the way I see it anyways. If you feel like that it's easier with 4 belts versus back in the day, they only had 1 belt, but it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Supersonic, so what you say, fam? He's on Super Sardonic says, that makes Usyk undisputed even crazier. They were all scattered. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, Usyk, to me, the Usyk run was hella fire. Usyk was in a tournament. Usyk was in a tournament. He had to go on the road. Usyk had to go all over the world, like Thanos. You know how Thanos had to go all over the galaxy looking for the Infinity Stones? Usyk got it the hard way. I didn't even want to bring Alexander Usyk up. Because for me, it ain't no goddamn comparison. And when you talk about it, Usyk had to fight in the damn tournament. He had to fight in the tournament, and he had to go to other people's backyards and beat them. You know how hard it is to become undisputed when you're from the Ukraine and you have to go to another man's backyard to beat them in order to get their belt. So you're at a disadvantage because you're not the hometown favorite. Hell, you're not even from the country. You don't speak the language of those people. The judges are going to be more than likely for the fighter that you're fighting. The referee, the promoters, bro. So just imagine someone like Alexander Usyk. You know what? He really had to beat down those guys in order to get a win. Just imagine that. But for me, that ain't no argument for me. So, but I ain't talking about Usyk. But if I was to talk about somebody run, Usyk, that was a hell of a run as well. For me, I'm just saying, for me, this ain't no argument. This ain't up for debate. For me, in this modern era, when I say modern era, I'm just talking about we'll just say from 2017 on up. 2017 on up, when Crawford became undisputed, Usyk, Josh Taylor, Canelo, Jermell Charlo. For me, it'll be Usyk. I would think Usyk had the, you know, he had a hell of a run for me. For me, it'll definitely be Usyk. It'll be Usyk for me. Let's see. Double A, what you say, family? Say ain't a debate about Usyk. How many likes we got? We got the likes yet? Do we have the likes yet, guys? Do we have the likes yet? Shit. I can't even see. No, we don't have the likes yet. We still shorter than a midget on his knees trying to slang keys. We need 200 for me to open up the phone lines. 200 for me to open up the phone lines. We need 200. We need 12 more. 12 more. Damn, we got over 300 people watching and we got less than 200 likes. This is unacceptable, people. This is unacceptable. He said coach over here hating. Hating on who? Who am I hating on? Usyk? Who am I hating on, fam? I mean, shit. I'm just saying for me, you know, that's just my opinion. Rockman, what you say, fam? He say JC. He took the belts from Postal and Ndongo. Both were undefeated at the time. I guess you meant to say TC. Let's see. Big Ron. As a matter of fact, hold on. I think we got some more stuff. Let me see. Now, this is another thing I want to talk about. I remember last year, Jermell Charlo was being attacked by Black YouTube. I think he said something about Deontay Wilder, about Jermell Charlo's very emotional. And I think it was something of the sort with Jermell. When Jermell Charlo said something that those LDBC channels didn't like, and Deontay Wilder said something of the sort to where Jermell Charlo needed to be slapped. I remember it like it was yesterday. I just want to make sure I get it right. He said he needed to be slapped, right? And Jermell Charlo say, I got people, Jermell Charlo replied back, I got people I got people that'll die for me or this and that, do that, yada, 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 yada. Somebody talking about putting their hands on me. He turned it into like a street thing. And a lot of those guys turned on him. And I remember I did a video defending Jermell Charlo. Not because of, they was calling him coon. They said he was a coon, all this stuff there. And I got a receipt. I saw the video on it right here. Where am I going at with this? This is when I first moved into when I first moved into my new house. Where am I going at with this? From the alphabet book. Where am I going at with this? This is the title. I'll drop the link right here. This is the title. The title of this show was Jermell Charlo was being crucified by the LDBC for not following the race baiting narrative. And it says, so what, Coach, what does this have to do with anything? I showed you how these guys flip-flop. Now some of these guys are praising Jermell Charlo. Yeah, it's amazing. Last year's coon is now today's hero. Ain't that something? So I saw the video, just like, listen, man, because he was getting a lot of hate from these guys last year. He's getting a lot of hate from these guys. Go back and look at videos that was dropped in June of last year about May and June of last year about Jermell Charlo from those Wakanda channels. And this is what they were saying. So I made a video just defending the guy, like, listen, man, because the man ain't following that race bait narrative. You know what I mean? You ain't got to call him a coon, Uncle Tom, sell out, yada, yada, yada. Same shit they call me, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I remember that like it was yesterday. But it's amazing what they got like about videos. Those videos are digital receipts. Whatever you say is there. You can't say you ain't said it. But no, this is what your position was last year as it relates to this guy. Now you in love with him. Well, hold on. Well, wait a minute. I thought y'all hated it. You get what I'm saying? So I always point that out. Let me drop the link so you can listen. Look, so you can look at the show. You can look at the show. He was a coon last year. From those guys. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop the link right here. And this is the title of the video. And I show receipts in this video. I show receipts in this video. I show receipts in this video on what was said, who said what, yada, 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 yada. Remember that? I just dropped the link right there. Y'all can check it out. So now some of those guys, they're in love with Jermell Charlo. That's that Texas boy. He from Texas. That's what they say. Yeah, that's one of us. Remember that? Oh, I got the receipt. I remember what you said. I remember what you said. I got the receipt. I remember what you said. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Phone lines is open? Yeah, I remember what you said. I remember what you said. Boy, I don't forget shit. I don't. Phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. And moving on. Let's move on from that. Anybody want to call in? Y'all call in, man. Talk to the old boy, man. Talk to the old boy. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. The old boy's here. Old boy's here. You know me, we don't duck no smoke. We don't duck no smoke, and we don't duck anything over here. Phone lines is open.
The fuck? Fuck you all rolling up on full cuz?
He must don't know. He can't know.
Huh?
He can't know.
Call in, man. 530-494-9636. Again, as I said before, you know, there's no right or wrong answer. It's subjective to the individual. If you felt a certain type of way, depending on how strong you feel about it emotionally, and whatever that does for you, that's not a wrong answer. Doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is, I just love the fact that both of these guys made history, man. I want to see the fights. That's all I give a damn about myself. You know, I let everybody continue to debate about that. That's why I showed you guys the poll. I dropped the video on what was said about the brother last year. You see what I'm saying? And I have you guys go do your own research. Just look at them old videos. In that video I just dropped, I showed you the receipts in there on who was saying what. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, man, I was listening to what you were saying about Usyk, but remember, Bernard Hopkins had a similar path to the Unified. He had to participate in the HBO tournament.
Yeah. You know,
Trinidad.
Yeah. But I think the part you missed was I said I was just talking about from this era from 2017 on up. Yeah. That's why I clarified that. I specified that I meant from 2017 on up in this current era, because I know what B-Hop went through. B-Hop was hated like a motherfucker. They hated Bernard Hopkins. They hated. I mean, the mainstream media hated Bernard Hopkins. The networks, Larry Merchant, they hated Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins was looked upon as a rebel. So the stuff that Jermell Charlo was going through, that ain't nothing in comparison to what Bernard Hopkins went through. B-Hop went through some stuff from the machine, but I prefaced it by saying from 2017 on up. So I just want you to catch.
Yeah, correct. Again, Usyk had an easy run to it. A hard run to it. Right now, all the belts is, man, it's so.
Let's see. James say nobody ain't after you, coach. I know they're not after me. I know they're not. Trust me. I already know that.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't talking about you, fam.
Yeah, so,
James, you know I know you very well, sir. I know you very well. I know exactly who you are. You ought to know that. Ain't nobody after me. I already know that.
Nah. But yeah, man, what Charlo did was amazing, man. Because in this era, it's easy to become a champ, but it's hard to become unified. It's easy to become a champ because you can pick and choose. Like you see how they doing with Haney.
Yeah.
The mandatories don't even want to fight Haney and become WBC champions, but they'll go after Comey. They'll try to get Lopez.
Yeah.
Like they'll try to get all the other ones. So that's why it's easy to become a champ, because you can pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or which champ you want to fight to become champion. But unified, undisputed, that's tough.
Yeah.
So Charlo did his thing, man. Props to Charlo, man. I'm happy he did that.
You got some people that say like some of the old school guys, they'll probably say that, hey man, like some of these guys, they may look at the person who has all of the belts as really the champion, and everyone else is just title holders. But that's subjective to the individual. Some people who feel that way, like you say, well, you know, if you have 3 belts or 2 belts, you're a unified champion. You know what I mean? If you have any of the belts, you are a champion. But the person who has all of the belts, they clear all doubt. I am the king of the, the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? So to speak.
Yeah, that's why it just needs to be just one, because then you'll see who want to fight who. Because just imagine if Devin Haney was the only champion at 135. A lot of them dudes would probably move up.
Yeah.
Because you can see they clearly didn't want to fight that dude. So they would probably move up or down just to get a belt from somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I applaud dudes like Stevenson, Valdez, and all those dudes for fighting each other, man, because boxing is, messed up because these dudes, swerve around other guys to get to this guy and waiting till this guy lose and now I'm fighting. You know what I mean? Like that's messing up the game. Yeah,
man. Boxing is just so, it's always been politics. It's always been now it's just the waters of,
but not like today.
Yeah, today is just
today is terrible, man. Today is terrible, man. If with all these belts being spread out and if Aram got 3, you already know, like Andre Ward. Andre Ward should have been undisputed, but Butte had the 4th belt, and he wasn't going to fight Ward. You know what I mean? Like, no way.
Oh, wait a minute. Ward could have fought what the dude is from Canada? Stevenson, right?
That was Butte. No, Butte had in super middleweight when they did the Super 6.
Oh yeah. When they did Super 6, I'm thinking about when he moved up to light heavy and fought Sergey. That's what I'm thinking about. Sorry about
Donald Stevenson.
Donald Stevenson. Yeah.
He could have been. Yeah, he could have been undisputed at 168, even before 175. But Butte didn't want to fight, and Butte ended up fighting Froch, losing in England, and then Froch didn't want to do the rematch with Ward, so Ward moved up.
Yeah. It is what it is. Hey, Curtis, man, shout out to you, fam, for calling in, my brother, man. Salute to you, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. James, you can call in if you want to. Call in, sir. Call in. Let's see. Georgie Parker. What you say? He say, now that Boots is fishing for Spence, I wonder if they'll turn on Ennis like they did Crawford. More than likely they will. If I was a betting man, yeah, I would say yeah. More than likely. PBC fanboy say Ward ducked Undisputed. AI, what you say, fam? He said, Coach, the scorecards were awful. Good thing Charlo got the KO, but the judges had it too wide. I mean, that's boxing, fam. That's boxing. That's for any fighter. Any fighter, man. That just, it is what it is. Like fighters who are going to be the favorite, the house favorite. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like I told you, a lot of this shit in boxing is already scripted. Like it's like WWE. It's already a foregone conclusion who's going to win the match before they go into the ring. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being dead ass serious with you. And it's all done with matchmaking. The matchmakers, who's the house favorite, the betting favorite. Now, every now and then there is a upset. Not Alexander Usyk. What the dude that just beat Canelo, Dimitri Bivol, he was a 4 or 5-1 underdog, and he came and he beat Canelo. So every now and then they upset the apple cart. And for me, to piggyback off what you're saying about the scorecards being awful, for me, they had shit. If Bivol, look at the scorecards for the Canelo fight when he fought Bivol. All 3 judges had Canelo up 4-0. To piggyback off what you're saying, so it is what it is. So you automatically know who was favored, who was picked to win. You know what I mean? Just based on that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. My sister. Lisa, what you say? You say Mike Cappinger? Yeah, Mike Cappinger. Yeah, man. Yeah, you Mike Cappinger. Phone lines open, man. Want to hear from you. Got a call calling in, everybody. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's good, Slim?
Ron boy, talk to me, fam. Talk to my brother Ron boy first.
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm one of the few motherfuckers that actually had Mel on the top 10 pound for pound list before he even got this. Got the Undisputed. I actually had him number 5.
No, you did. I remember.
I had him number 5 before he had the draw with Castano. Then he went down to like 6, and then Shakur took his spot. but I got Mel at like number 4 right now, or number 3. But as far as Boots and Earl go, nah, they're not going to do that to Boots. You got to understand what's going to happen. They're going to act like Boots don't exist. And the reason being is they need something to hitch their bandwagon to once Earl lose. Earl about to lose in less than 2 years. So they need another boxer to jump on that bandwagon with. You dig what I'm telling you? So they don't want to see Earl and Bud. I mean, they don't want to see Boots and Earl fight because they know when Bud, say if, and now I'm still in the fantasy. Bud and Earl is a fantasy fight to me still. But say somehow Bud and Earl fight. Bud beats Earl. What do you think these motherfuckers gonna do? Boots. That Earl shit is dead. You dig what I'm telling you? So they're not gonna entertain Boots and Earl fight. They're gonna act like Boots don't exist because they don't want that. They need something to jump on to once Earl get clipped. Because Earl only got a couple more years in his game. You dig?
Yeah. So you feel how do you? I mean, I don't even like talking about it
because you were saying they're gonna blackball and treat Boots like Bud. They're not gonna do it because they don't want to. It's like they don't want to damage something that they know they're gonna hop in bed with. You dig?
Yeah, but no. What I was saying was I'm not necessarily saying that. I feel that it just depends. If they had to choose between, hey, this guy that fighting our guy, the guy that we love, we ride for, that we madly in love with, they're going to turn against that guy, which would be Boots. You get what I'm saying?
And what I'm telling you is, I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to play it real cool with Boots because at the end of the day, Slim, it's going to come down to longevity. The Earl run is pretty much over. He's 32 years old. You dig what I'm telling you? Boots is 23. Boots is groomed to be the man over at Showtime.
Right.
They know this. So they're not going to do Boots like they did Bud. Bud is in a whole different can of paint. You dig? They need Boots because once Earl and once Mel and once Maul is out of this shit, who do you think they're going to hop on next?
Yeah, I mean, Boots is younger because
exactly.
Ron Boy, like I tell people, I'm like, dude, like Jermell been boxing for 15 years. A lot of people don't realize that. And Maul been boxing for 14 years. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm like, dude, these dudes been boxing a long time. So, shit, if they fight 5 more years, that's a 20-year career. I mean, if Mel fight 5 more years, that's a 20-year career.
Right, and it's only getting dangerous because these young fighters are way more dangerous than they were. You know what I'm saying? These young fighters is dangerous. I'm telling you, they don't want it. So what I'm saying, and you dealing with dudes who more banner whores. So they dealing more of they base their shit off of banner, meaning Showtime, PBC. You dig what I'm saying? So Boots is on the Showtime side. So they're not going to treat Boots like they treat Bud. They're not going to treat Boots like they did Keith. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be. Boots is not going to get that treatment that Bud got. They just going to act like Boots don't exist, and then Boots eventually get his. They gonna hop. They gonna click their motherfucking shit right on the Boots. Yeah, we Boots now. We Boots.
Yeah.
That's how the game gonna work. That's how they gonna work it. That's why they don't talk. You notice that's why they don't say nothing bad about Boots.
Yeah. I mean,
they just buy time. In terms they just buying time because they know this Earl shit is short lived. And when he goes 154, you think he gonna run amok in 154? Hell no. He's short lived. It just is what it is.
Okay. All right, Ron, man. Thank you so much.
That's all I was getting at with that. Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, be safe on Twitter.
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh. Hey, Ron Boy Fresh, man. Ron Boy Fresh, motherfucker, man. Ron Boy Fresh, he cool as hell, man. Ron cool as hell. He be Ron be on Twitter, man, schooling cats. Super. What you say, fam? He say need to see Boots in with a live body before I can get on the hype train. I'm not even gonna lie, dog. Like that dude who Boots fought, I can't even tell. You can't, I mean, we know that Jerron Ennis is very, very talented. He's very, very talented guy. We know he passed the eye test from a skill set standpoint. He can, he's a switch hitter, footwork, hand-eye coordination, stuff like that. he's a big kid. He's a big kid. You know, I think he's like 24 years old, something like that. 24, 25, somewhere up in there. Anyways, the guy he fought, the guy from Canada, what his name? Clayton? Or I forgot his damn name. I think that guy might have thrown 2 punches. The 2 rounds he fought him. The first round, I don't think he threw a punch. And I'm not being facetious. I'm like, I'm trying to remember how many punches did this guy actually throw. I think he threw maybe less than 5 punches, and he clearly didn't come to fight. They interviewed Errol Spence after the fight, and he talked about Boots and stuff like that. He praised me. He had good things to say about Boots. Errol Spence did, and he said the guy who Boots fought, he said it looked like that dude just came to get a paycheck. Dude just came to get a paycheck. What'd you say? He said Custio Clayton, the deer in the headline. He just came to get a paycheck. Oscar said that guy was a chump. No disrespect. True. Man, that dude, listen, bro. How many punches did he throw? PBC fan boy say, fighting bombs does not make you elite.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Fighting other bombs.
Hey, PBC fan boy say, fighting bombs. Hey, PBC fanboy, bro, did the man, hey, Bless, she say, man, they better leave Boots alone. That boy's fire. Yeah, he is fire. He. Hey, Bless, that's all I want to know, Bless. The dude, what the dude named Clayton? What y'all say name is there, Clayton? How many punches he threw? Did the man throw, did he scratch Boots? Did he even get close to Boots? You see what I'm saying? Did he throw some sweat on the man? Like, I'm just trying to see. Haleen, what you say? You say just like Yildrew. True. Hey, you say just like Yildrew. Man, this shit right here is hilarious, man. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is John from DC. I had called last week, man.
John from DC, talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
Okay. I agree with Ron Boy Fresh a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Earl Spence, him being 32, his run is short-lived because, you know, he's not an old 32, even though he has 2 injuries. So it does open the way for Jermell Boots Ennis because no matter if you're a Bud fan or Crawford fan, a Bud fan or Spence fan, whoever wins, both of them going to 154.
Yeah.
Like that's in both of their plans, and that's going to open up all those belts for Boots regardless.
Yeah.
And so I agree that, you know, they're going to act like Boots don't exist, but the reality is both of them are leaving the division, and all the belts are going to be wide open for Boots to collect.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from the business of boxing standpoint. That's what it looks like. What the business is taking it at. It looks like that it's taking it to, hey, okay, maybe we'll see this Spence and Crawford fight. Maybe, I don't know. But if that fight was to happen, irregardless of what happened, both of those guys are probably going to end up leaving the division and moving up anyways. And it's going to be wide open territory for Boots. I don't know about Virgil Ortiz because I'm not sure if he can continue to make the weight. And I haven't heard anything about him, about Virgil Ortiz since he had to pull out of his last fight from some kind of illness he had or whatever. So I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you something else. Hey, John, I'm gonna tell you something else though. I don't know how Boots is making 147 pounds because he like what 5'10", 5'11". That's a big boy. I don't know.
24 years old. 24 years old.
And if Virgil Ortiz catching hell making that weight. So I don't think that neither one of those guys are gonna stay at welterweight at long anyways. I think someone like Boots, he'll probably end up just moving. Well, I don't think he'll probably become undisputed because everything will have to line up right for him. You know, like you say, the belts are going to be scattered out, and I think the politics may make it a lot more difficult for him. But if he starts struggling to make that weight, I think he'll end up following Crawford and Spence later on, you know, shortly after they move up anyways, whether that be a year or whatever in the junior middleweight division. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. You know, I could be wrong, but
I agree. I don't think Boots really wants to stay at the division long. I think he just wants to be a champion. But like what I told you last week, number one, a lot of people in the comments said the plan that I was talking about with Jermell and Jamal, Jermell's already positioned to move to 160
Yeah.
and get that WBO mandatory.
Yeah.
And Jermall, after he fights in June, is going to set him and David Benavidez up. And like I said, the winner and Spence, you know, thinks he's going to win. He, you know, both of them believe they're going to win, and they're going to move up to 154. So it's just a transition of all weight classes. But I do agree with you. I don't think Boots is in it to, you know, get undisputed at 147. He might still chase Crawford or Spence, whoever wins. And maybe the loser might even have to be forced to face him. Because the loser might run out of options.
Boots want to fight both of them. He want to fight Crawford and Spence. So I think for Boots, it's not. I want to fight both of y'all. I want to fight both of these guys. You know what I mean? Because he's young, he's talented, he's that guy. You know what I mean? He's an up and coming guy, and I don't see nothing. Like I'm not like me. I'm impressed with the guy. I really like Jaron Ennis. I really like the kid. I really do, man. Very humble. I love the fact he has a no nonsense father. His father don't smile, kind of like Jermell Charlo dad, no nonsense dude. You know, so I'm high on that guy. Him and Virgil Ortiz. I like Virgil Ortiz as well. So we'll see how it play out, fam. We'll see how it play out, man. But I think the business of boxing is dictating you know, what you're saying. That, you know, it might be Crawford Spence, it might be Crawford and Spence. I'm saying Mike because, you know, we've been talking about this for like 4 years now. So I'm just saying Mike, you know, both guys are saying the right things, but I believe it when I see it. I need to see tangibles. I am from Missouri. I'm not from Missouri, but I'm from Missouri. I'm from the show me state. I believe what I see, not what I hear. When I see it, press conference is done, yada, yada, yada. Other than that, I'm not getting the Holy Ghost, throwing the one leg up, getting excited about none of it. I believe it when I see it. You see what I'm saying? So
I agree.
Shout out to John, man. John, salute to you, fam. Shout out to my brother from DC, man. Shout out to you, fam. Salute. Yeah, I believe that when I see it, but yeah, I don't think no one like a Boots, man. That's a big kid, talented in the motherfucker. And like when it's somebody, listen, and the way boxing works is like this: when it's somebody like that, high risk, low reward, like God damn, boy, you know, I could probably beat him, but I'm gonna have to go through hell. Now the question I do have as of late to Boots, and it's not his fault, you know, he fighting guys that really ain't trying to fight him. Now Lipinets tried to fight, Lipinets did try to fight, but if guys coming in there just to lay down, to get the check and lay down, so be it. I don't know. We don't know what his chin like. We don't know if he can take a punch. We don't know what his chin like. We don't know if somebody tests that chin good, an elite fighter that's on his level. We don't know that. But the only way we gonna find out, they got the fight. But Boots want Crawford and Spence. He say Boots don't want no parts of Conor Benn. A Conor Benn? For real? Nah, man. Nah. Conor Benn, I don't remember Conor Benn mentioning Boots' name. I don't remember Conor Benn saying he want to see Boots. I don't remember that at all, brother. That came out of nowhere. I don't know if you joking or what. He said Boots' attitude is A1. He wants all the smoke with anybody. Yeah, he want all the smoke with anybody. He want that smoke now. You know me. I'm not the guy to put a fight in the protective custody. I don't give a damn whether it's Spence, Crawford, Canelo, Fury, Joshua. I don't give a damn. I want to see the fights. I don't believe in putting no fight in no protective custody. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Melvin from Florida.
Melvin from Florida. Talk to me, my brother.
Hey, how you doing today, man? Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah, I'm having a damn good day. Happy to the mug.
Good, man. Good.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, man, Boots looks like the truth, man. He has everything. He has all the tools from what we've been able to see. Like you said, the opposition hasn't been that great, but he's going in there with what they give him. You know, if I was Spence or Crawford, I'd want to fight him now because he's only going to get better. You know, he's only going to get better. I would try to fight him now that he's still growing and learning as a boxer. And I think this would be the best chance to get a win over him.
Yeah, you got to get him now before he gets to season. But go ahead.
Absolutely, Coach. Just like Floyd did Canelo.
Yeah.
And with Boo Boo, I don't understand the hype. To be honest, I don't get it. He is awkward. He's an awkward fighter, but he gets hit a lot. I've seen him get hit to inferior opponents. So once he goes up there with the bigger, stronger punches, I don't see him lasting, Coach. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I just don't see him as one of those elite guys yet.
Yeah, you talking about Andrade? He's an undefeated fighter. I'm to be honest with you, man. Talking about Andrade is very awkward for me because the conversation can go all over the place. It can go well. He pulled out the fight to fight Jermell Charlo, but Jermell Charlo didn't want to fight him, and Canelo didn't want to fight him, so they ducked him. Andrade, he just pulled out of a fight to fight Zach Parker. He pulled out again. This is what he's known for doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just all over the place, dog. He moved up to Janabek was his mandatory in the middleweight division. He moved up and gave the bet up. He dunked Janabek. So, bro, it just when it comes to Andrade, it's just all over the place, man. It's very awkward for me talking about him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. And so I'm just getting out of work, man. What were your thoughts on the title of your live today?
No, what I said was it's subjective to the individual. Like, depending, because they've been debating about this on Reddit and on Twitter, saying that Canelo had Canelo road to Undisputed. He had a tougher road versus Jermell Charlo, and so the Canelo supporters, this is what they're saying, and the Charlo supporters are saying his road was tougher. I did a poll, and 633 people participated in the poll, Melvin, and 67% said that Canelo had a tougher road to Undisputed versus Jermell Charlo.
Man, I'm probably the biggest Canelo fan out there, and that's tough, man. Those last two fights with Castano, that alone, man, might give Charlo the edge to me.
But people all over the place with it. They're like, well, Canelo fought Eurobombs, so his road was easier. This is what some of them are saying. Yeah. And then people will say, well, Jermell Charlo was easier for him because all of the belts was all of the fighters he wanted to fight with the PBC. And then they'll say that, what Jermell Charlo, he struggled with those opponents. Canelo didn't fight Eurobombs. Those was elite fighters. It's just that Canelo was just so good, he made it look easy. So, and then you got some people say that, Canelo shouldn't be considered having a tougher road because he's a drug cheat. You see what I'm saying? They all over the people are all over. People are all over the place. You see what I'm saying? So, and my thing is
all over the place when it's a fighter that they don't like.
And my thing is, hey, both fighters are the first to do it in their divisions. Both fighters are 31 years old. Both fighters are the first to become undisputed in their divisions in the 4-belt era. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It's subjective to you.
There isn't, man. There isn't. I just hate that we have to put somebody down in order to bring somebody up. It doesn't have to be like that in boxing, man. Boxing is alive right now. It's in a great position, a great spot. We just got to enjoy it, man. We got to enjoy it, Coach. But I appreciate you, man.
Shout out to Melvin, man. My brother from Florida, man. The Sunshine State, man. Yes, sir. The Sunshine State. The Sunshine State. Shout out to Alden for dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Boots send Ortiz a text after the fight and call EJ. You saying he need to send him? That's what he need to do? Harleen, what you say, fam? You say, Coach, Conor being not ready for the elite boxers like Boots. I don't know, man. I don't know. They say, what my main man is, I don't know. They say he'll knock out. Conor been knocking guys out. So who knows?
Now, do you retire, or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old? Do my brother put it all on the line then? So if not, then come see me. I want some smoke. I want it all, baby.
Shout out to Alexander. We're dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
They say Kenny was agreeing when he fought Floyd because he had 40 fights. What about Boots? He's had 30 bouts and no real fights. But they're saying Canelo didn't dare to be great. Boots is a hype. Boots is a hype for now. Okay. I mean, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Shout out to the Queen Bless. Shout out to Bless. Every time I think of Bless, every time I think of Bless, y'all know what I think about. Devin Haney. Devin Haney fans. Shout out to Bless 365 for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's see. You say Boots versus one time, coach. You know what? You know what, Bless? I'm not even gonna lie. You know, Mark. You know Keith Urban from Florida. He's a Florida boy now. He's from Clearwater. He's not too far from where I'm at. But I don't know. I don't think Keith want any parts of that right now. I don't think he want any parts of that right now. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think Keith want any parts of that right now. You know what I mean? I think Keith is looking to fight for a title. You know, he say Boots versus Mean Machine. Yeah, that'll be. You know what, Lennox? That'll be a damn good fight. Boots versus Mean Machine, because Virgil Ortiz fought Mean Machine, and we see what happened with that. I think Virgil Ortiz he dropped him. What, about 2 or 3 times? He stopped him. Virgil Ortiz stopped him in like the 6th round, I think, something like that, 6th or 7th round. He stopped him like 2 rounds faster than Crawford did. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, that'll be, but I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Mean Machine and Mean Machine and Boots. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. He said, Coach, can you play? I'm a knockout artist, baby. You know, I don't have that clip. I don't have that clip. I gotta find it. I gotta load it up. I gotta load it up. I have it tomorrow. I don't have that clip, fam. I normally load everything up. I load everything up on my with my sound bites. I gotta pull it up though. I have it tomorrow though, because I don't know why I don't have that. You know what I mean? I'm a knockout artist, baby. You know what I mean? Chael Crawford to be humble himself. He got business and held it in the 147-pound division. You see what I'm saying? You know, because coming up here, he gonna get knocked the fuck out. Because I'm a knockout artist, baby. That's a man, boy. And the crazy part about it, Terrence Crawford and Jermell Charlo are 2 of my favorite fighters. They're 2 of my favorite fighters. They don't like each other, but you know, you know what I mean. You know, let's see. I like both of them dudes, man. I like both of them dudes, man. And guess what? Wouldn't mind seeing them fight each other. Shit, I don't protect no fighters. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from? What the hell? Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from? Call back, man. Something happened. So call back. Call back. Something happened. I tried to click over. It's like the phone froze. Them games, he say, is Boots that good or weak competition? I think it's a combination of the two. If I'm being honest, it's a combination of the two. He ain't fought nobody as of no killers, to be honest with you. And then we saw what happened with the last guy. The last guy, he shit. Hey, you know what? How many punches did that guy throw? That's what I'm trying to figure out, dog. Like, did y'all see that fight? Like, how many punches this dude Clayton threw? Did he, like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Shelton Moore.
Oh, this Shelton right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach?
Shelton, what the lick read, fam? Talk to me. Shelton from Compton. Talk to me, my brother.
Oh, man, great weekend of boxing, man. Great weekend of boxing.
Yeah.
I believe we got some things cleared up.
Yeah, we did.
I'm loving the way Bozy is moving Boots, because now Boots cannot be ducked by anyone.
Yeah. You know what?
Whoever wins this fight. Go ahead, bro.
No. I was saying, yeah, I like the way his father. You know, I love to see a father. I like that. I like to see the fathers. You know, I just like it. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying now he's in a perfect position where whoever wins this fight, between Errol and Bud, you got one choice: fight him or drop the belt. That's all you can do.
Well, you know, we
fight him and drop the belt.
We gotta wait. We gotta see if we get this Bud and Spence fight first. You know what I mean? It ain't done.
Exactly. I think we gonna get it. Yeah. I mean, the way Errol is talking now, Errol's talking very mature. Yeah. You know, he's not falling into the fandom that he was falling into last couple of years.
Yeah.
Said, look, I want to fight, he wants to fight, and we negotiate.
Yeah.
As boxing fans, that's all we need to hear.
Yeah, he said that. You're right about that. He did say that, and I'm not getting involved in the negotiations and stuff like that. And I'm glad he's not getting caught up in those YouTube channels. He's not getting caught up in because them niggas don't know nothing any goddamn way. But just.
Oh, I heard some. I heard someone saying today that Bud, the only reason Bud ain't signed the contract because he don't really understand pay-per-view because he don't know nothing about. How you know what that man knows? You know that man?
Man, listen, man. I hear the rhetoric, the chatter.
You're
talking about guys. You're talking about guys who don't know how to manage a McDonald's. You're gonna tell a man who has a net worth of 8 figures what he understand and what he don't understand from a YouTube channel. You don't know nothing.
But you at home
making videos about this guy.
At 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Come on, man.
But you at home at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, so obviously you ain't working away.
Oh yeah. But I don't shit. Listen, what he gonna listen to some YouTubers for? How you know? You ain't even talk to the man. These dudes is crazy. I don't, man. Like,
man.
These narratives, boys, are mug. What do you think about? Remember, Sean, you looking at the TV?
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember June? I mean, me and you did a panel. It was me, you, Blood. We had Smith and West on the panel. Me, you, Blood, Smith and West. I think
Bone was on the panel.
Bone was on the panel. Do you remember? You remember last year? Last year, Jermell Charlo was the coon being attacked by these same guys. You know what I mean? Remember that last year?
Oh yeah, he was cool and fell out. He attacked the King Wilder. Wilder's the king, and all the other boxers need to just fall in line and follow his lead. I remember all that.
You remember? Do you remember the video the show I did where I was defending Jermell Charlo from this bullshit? I got it on the screen. I got it on the screen right here. June 4th. I just dropped the link. Y'all check it out. And I show receipts on who was saying what, who said what in the video.
Yeah, Jermell Charlo is being crucified by the LDBC for not following the race baiting narrative. I see it right here.
Yeah. You know, so it is with it. But they love him now. They love him now. Some of them.
They love him now.
Some of them.
Now, and shout out to Jermell Charlo, because now, when you mention the Mike McCallums and the Terry Norrises and the John Mugabes, you got to mention Jermell Charlo.
You got to.
You have to.
Got to.
You have to.
Yeah,
but that's all I want to say, man. I can't wait to. I want to see the fight this weekend. I want to see this guy they say is supposed to be such a monster. What's his name? Janabek. I want to see what he looks like.
Janabek do fight
Saturday.
Yeah, Janabek do fight this weekend. You know what? Hey, Sheldon, I got the schedule right here. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to show me all of the fights, but for what I'm seeing, Friday we have James Metcalf. Hold on, let me stop this call for calling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got James Metcalf. Hey, this weekend's fights. We have James Metcalf versus what's the name? La Haranga. You know that fight. That's Friday. That's Friday.
Okay.
Jean Pascal fight. Fan Long. Jean Pascal is fighting.
Okay.
On Pro Box Network. May 20th. So we got quite a few fights on Friday. Damn.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, David Benavidez versus David Lemieux. That fight is Saturday as well. And they're fighting.
Yeah, that's on Showtime.
Yeah,
that's on Showtime.
They're fighting in David Benavidez's home, Arizona. I think
Arizona.
Yeah. We have
Kermit Laranga.
Yeah.
I've just seen the Kermit Laranga. Who the hell is that?
we got Joshua Botsy versus Craig Richards.
Botsy, yeah. And Craig Richards. Hey, you know what, Coach?
Yeah.
I think that this Craig Richards Botsy fight, if it goes the way I think it's gonna go, it's gonna benefit my man that just beat Canelo a whole lot. You gonna see how good Craig Richards really is.
Yeah. You talking about Bivol?
Bivol, yeah. Okay, this dude really is good. Craig Richards probably gonna beat this dude.
Check this out, Janabek fighting. He fighting
Janabek.
He fighting for that vacant WBO strap that Andrade moved that Andrade vacated. He fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He win this here. He become, you know what I mean? He become a champ. Whoever win this gonna be the WBO middleweight champ.
Fight champ.
Yeah, well, you know what
12
I mean?
fight champ. Yeah, he be the man. He be the man.
Shit,
goddamn Janabek.
That boy, what the boy from Oscar De La Hoya got? Jaime Mugiel didn't want to fight him.
Well, they saying Boo Boo didn't want to fight him either. That's the rumors.
Who didn't want to fight him?
Andrade. Andrade didn't want to fight him either. That's why he moved up. He ran.
Yeah, he ran from Janabek. Yeah, they did say that. They did say that too. They said Andrade ran. The same thing. Yeah, they did say that because he moved up in weight, chasing Canelo. And so you know, it is what it is. But hey, it is what it is, man. But Shell, now anything else you want to wrap up with, my brother?
Oh no, man, it's good to talk to you, brother. As always, great show. And stay on their next, coach. I'll holler at you soon.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Shelton, man. Shout out to my brother Shelton. Compton's in the house, CPT. Shout out to Kathy W. Kathy W. Throwing up the W. Salute to you, sis. Salute to Kathy. Joker, what you say, fam? You say Clayton? Clayton was doing spaghetti legs, acting job. We got no caller ID. We know who this is. This is Jason Mones, my stalker. Got a male stalker. Okay. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Jason Moles hung the phone up, guys. He hung the phone up. Ah, damn, boy. I'm talking about it. You know, hey, Jason, you remind me of a female. You know how a female and male or female, you know, our ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, ladies, you might have been through this. You and the guy broke up, and he calling your phone and hanging up. You know it's him, or it's a chick that you don't get along with. It's a chick that you don't get along with. No idea again, Jason Mones. Then they finally, you finally gonna grow you some nuts, huh? You gonna grow you some nuts? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Kareem from Clearwater.
Oh, Kareem from Clearwater. I thought you were Jason Mones, Kareem.
This is Kareem.
Kareem, talk to
me.
How
you doing, Coach?
What's going on, my brother? Talk to me.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about your title today. Who had the tougher journey to Undisputed?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think Canelo did, and here's why I think that, because I think he beat all the top people at 168 except for David Benavidez because he didn't have a belt.
Okay.
And all the champions were all undefeated. Whereas Jermell Charlo, when he fought Tony Harrison, he had a loss too. I think when he fought Rosario, he got stopped by Guillermo. And plus, he had to do rematches with those fighters. He lost to Tony Harrison. I'm not saying that Jermell, didn't have a tough crowd. He did have a tough crowd too, but I thought Canelo, had the harder route because he didn't, and he accomplished more in my opinion because I didn't think he didn't lose to any of those guys. Beat all the top guys. And even though in the rematch and beating them up again, knocking them out, that's pretty big too. That's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong answer, Kareem. It's subjective to the individual. But like you said, it's your opinion. But shout out to Kareem, man. Salute to Kareem for calling in. Thank you for calling, fam. Shout out to Kareem. Let's see. Slim Reaper, what you say, fam? You say somebody on another panel accused Jermell of the C word. I'm white, so I can't use that word because he was shooting. Because he was shouting USA. Yeah, but listen, remember, I don't know if you remember, but if you was here last week, I was saying that, listen, man, like when I was in the nation, if you was up there screaming USA, wearing the American flag, you would have some of those radicalized brothers, especially when I was in there. Your brother, you got the American flag on, brother, do you know what the 13 stripes represent, my brother? You know what I mean? The white represents the white man, brother, and the red represents the blood of the people that the white man was oppressing. He is the blood shedder of the planet Earth, brother. That blood that flag is what they use to oppress our people under, brother. And you got the nerve to wear that? You know what the stars on the flag represent, brother? The stars represent the stars that you saw on your head when the white man was hitting you across the head with the billy club, my brother. Oh, Poe, brother, how you wearing the flag of the oppressor? Brother, we would have to pull his tail on that. We would have pulled his tail on that. Brother, USA, brother, they still ain't paid us reparations, my brother. Oh my God, brother. You got a Negro-Pean mindset, brother. Come on over here, brother. Let us put some knowledge on your forehead, brother, and open your eyes up, my brother. You know what I mean? You don't wear the oppressor's flag. You know what I mean? Yeah, we would have, we would have been on Jermell Charlo neck, bro. Hey man, come on, let's pull it. Hey, my minister Abdul Kareem Muhammad, he passed away, man. RP to Minister Kareem, my grandfather. Hey man, brother Malachi, brother. Yes, sir, brother minister. Go get that brother. Go pull up. Go tell our brother to come here. Who brother? Yeah, tell our brother Mel to come here. Mel, come here. You know the what? Yeah, I'm here. What, brother? From where he went. For one, brother. Calm down, brother. Calm down, brother. Listen, brother. Is there any particular reason, brother, why you on stage screaming USA and wearing the American flag, brother? Do you know what that American flag represents, brother? No, sir. I don't know what it represents. Brother, that flag represents, you know what I mean, oppression, brother. That flag is the flag that they use to enslave our people, brother. That flag is the flag that they use, brother, when they beat us and changed our names from our original names and gave us their names, brother. Do you know that your name is the white man's name, brother? You know the last name symbolizes ownership? Do you know, brother, that when you was on the plantation, when they changed your name from Kute Kinte, the reason why your name is Charlo, because the slave master who owned your people on that particular plantation, his name was a Charlo, brother. And when they named their cattle, they named their slaves, brother. So you are wearing the white man's name, brother, Charlo, and you wearing his flag, the same flag that they use to oppress you, my brother. True. This is why, brother, in the Nation of Islam, this is why we have the X. The X represents unknown, because you are deaf, dumb, and blind, eating swine, going out of your mind. You do not know who you are, my brother. Once you get a knowledge of self, my brother, then you will know who you are. You got to understand, brother, where you come from in order to understand where you're going, fam. Okay, my brother? So next time, brother, when you get back on that stage, just be cordial and polite. Don't go back up there screaming USA, and don't go up there with the American flag, brother. Don't do that. That's what we would have told him. I'm dead ass serious. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This VA money.
VA money from VA. Talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to talk about boxing fans, fans of boxing in particular. I noticed after Canelo lost, there was a lot of shaming. Listen, Canelo lost because of something that happened within his camp, something that he didn't do. If Canelo has the camp that he usually has, he goes in there and he beats Bivol, probably even by stoppage. All that stuff about Bivol being too big, there's a lot of people. I think even you, I was watching one of your podcasts. I think right after it happened, you said Bivol is like a big light heavyweight. Bivol, his defining characteristic is that he's very small. Actually, he's the smallest champion at light heavyweight. That's always been his defining characteristic. Some fights he doesn't even make it to 185.
When did I say Bivol was a really, really big light heavyweight? When did I say that?
You said he might even be. You said he might have even have been a 200-pound guy. You said that out of your mouth.
No,
this might have been the. I mean, like you like to say, the receipts are online.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can just play it there.
All right, but
no bullshit. I wouldn't put money. I wouldn't put words in your mouth.
Yeah, but go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So Canelo, I know something about Canelo, right? I know something about him. He's gonna beat Bivol. I don't know what happened, but the point of what I'm saying is, why is it that there's so much backlash against Canelo? Why is it there's this he's not pound number one because he lost to a guy 3-4 weight classes above where he started his career? Terence Crawford never fought any guy that would have given him a challenge the way Bivol gave Canelo a challenge. You know what I mean? There's got Jermell Charlo is the only other guy. Jermell Charlo and Usyk are the only other guys in the conversation with Canelo when it comes to accomplishments within their careers. Guys don't even challenge themselves. Earl Spence, he's cool, but he didn't have enough. Like, he didn't come when there was Sean Porter in this as a champion, Kell Brook. He did beat Kell Brook, didn't he? But I just don't feel like he did enough. He's done enough. Even with this blood stuff, I don't feel like he's done enough. It's just a couple guys that's in that conversation with Canelo. The rest of these fanboys that hate Canelo for some reason, that, you know what I mean, outside of his steroid issue, man, there's nothing to hate about Canelo, man. He's a solid fighter. He's giving us what we want, and Jermell is doing the same, and Jamal is doing the same as well. I mean, you guys hate PBC, so if he doesn't make a fight, if the Triple G fight doesn't happen, and you guys have nothing but negative to say about Jamal, But you don't have anything to say about Triple G. You don't have anything to say about Billy Joe Saunders, who fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? But that's all it is. You know what I mean?
All right, caller, thank you for calling in. Let's see. Back to what we were saying, though. What we were talking about, the flag. Back to what we were talking about, the flag. Shout out to K. Causey. Big Lex say, the blueprint is out there now. Okay, talk about the blueprint. Let's see. James say, he say, laughing my ass off. That's one of the guys that's after you, coach. Yeah, that's one of them now. So the sources say. That's what they say. Shit. Yeah. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, coach?
Caller, what's your name, my brother?
Dirty Red out of Mississippi. What's going on?
Oh, Dirty Red. I couldn't hear you, fam. The phone was breaking up. Dirty Red out of Mississippi. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah. I wanted to respond to your last caller, and he was saying, guys like Earl and Terrence, they haven't challenged themselves. But one thing people fail to realize is sometimes a fighter is so good that even the opposition, he makes them look like they're not anything special. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Roy Jones, his whole career, he fought good guys. He fought talented guys, but when they got in there with Roy, man, they ain't look like that was nobody.
Yeah.
It's just a talent level. That's why guys have to keep going up to find a challenge. You see what I'm saying? And he's right about Canelo. Canelo had to keep going up to find a challenge, even though Canelo could have found a challenge at 152 and 160. If he's being real, I'm not knocking Canelo for not taking them fights, but he didn't have to go to 175 to find a challenging fight. He didn't.
Yeah.
If we gonna be honest with you, see what I'm saying?
It's hey, Dirty Red. You know what I always say. Everybody has a right to their opinion, right? It's I always say it's always subjective, Red, to the individual. You know what I'm saying, Dirty Red? So it is what it is. Whether I agree with it or not, this is irrelevant. That's how that brother felt. That's how he felt. So be it. You know what I mean? And I definitely understand what you're saying. Sometimes, like, to piggyback up what you're saying, I remember when Roy Jones was fighting. He was fighting some damn good fighters, but the knock on Roy Jones from like HBO and Larry Merchant, his critics was like, "Oh, Roy ain't fighting nobody," and yada 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 yada. And remember, he made a song called "Y'all Must Have Forgot," and there was a verse in that song that says, "And you had the nerve to say I ain't fought nobody. I just made them look like nobody. Y'all must have forgot." And that's what he was talking about. Roy was saying that I was so good. And I'm so good as a fighter. It's not the fact that these guys I'm fighting are nobodies. It's just that I made them look like nobody. Because prior to me fighting them, they was somebody. But after I beat them, y'all want to discredit me and say, "Oh, you ain't fought nobody." That's what he was saying in the song.
It's just like Floyd when he first fought Chico Corrales. When Chico was a damn good fighter, one of my favorite fighters, man, Floyd, man, made him look like a ranked amateur. It's just some guys are just so talented. They can take a good fighter and make them look like they started boxing 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, so some guys are just on that level. Like, I mean, and that's when you fight somebody that's a once in a generation talent, and they only come every now and then. It's not like it's a whole bunch of goddamn Floyd Mayweather's walking around, or a whole bunch of Roy Jones, or a whole bunch of James Tonys, or you know what I mean. It's like, dude, it's not raining though elite fighters like that. You have, and that's why they have an elite fighter, and they have like good fighters and solid fighters and stuff like that. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Anything else you want to say, my brother?
Who was that other guy? Man, what was the other guy that Floyd beat, man? I always forget his name. He had that back-to-back fight with Mickey Ward back in the day. Gotti.
Oh, you talking about Turo Gotti?
He made Gotti. Yeah, Floyd made Gotti look like, man, like pure garbage.
Yeah,
and Gotti wasn't no elite fighter, but he was a damn good fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Gotti liked to get into wars. Floyd was just too fast, too quick. Buddy McGirt was in his corner. That fight should have been stopped way earlier. To be honest with you, that man damn near got killed in there, man. That was probably one of the worst beatings I've ever seen a fighter take. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's one of them. out of the, if I can point out 20 beatings that I saw with my own eyes on television, that fight is one of them. That fight right there is just that. Come on, man.
And Gotti was a fast fighter himself. They just let you know how fast Floyd actually was. Gotti wasn't a slow-footed fighter.
Yeah. It is what it is.
You know what I mean? But that's all I got. Coach. I just wanted to point that out. Hey, you got to recognize these generational talents when you see them. You're thinking they ain't fighting nobody. It's not that. They just make it look damn easy. All right, Coach.
Shout out to Daddy Red from Mississippi, man. Hey, and this another thing too, right? Hey, this another thing too, right? Again, as I said before, you know, people have a right to say whatever the hell they want to say. What amazes me is VA Money represents the LDBC, but the LDBC feel totally different from what he's saying. So he's using talking points that's not in line with what the LDBC feel as it relates to Canelo Alvarez. And he has a right to do that. He said, I'm saying it is what it is. VA Money don't like me. I don't give two fucks about him, but he comes over here. But I let him call in, let him voice his opinion. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? There's no secret about that. That's how he feel. That's how he feel. He has a right to that. Deborah Booker says, I believe they're going to push that same narrative with Boots because he's good. So they're going to keep saying he's not finding anybody. I'm giving you today's. Oh yeah, you're saying I'm giving you today's headlines today. You know, I'm giving you tomorrow's headlines today. I've always say that. I'm giving you tomorrow's headlines today. I don't get involved in, why people feel this way, why people feel that way, because they can. Why people not giving Canelo his props? Why they saying this and saying that? Because they can. Why people people have a right not to like Crawford or whatever the case may be? You're right, because they can. They have a right to do that. Why people ain't giving why people, basically what you're saying is why people not seeing things the way I see it. People not seeing things the way you see it because the way you see things are subjective to you. All of us are individuals. They have a right, people have a right to feel whatever the way they want to feel. Just like you may feel a certain way about me, which I give two fucks about, so it is what it is. You have a right to feel that way. I mean, I don't care. You have a right to do that, though. You have a right to do that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. He say, I'll pick any door, bless. Oh, as long as it's not a dude. Well, people have a right to feel the way they feel. People have a right to feel the way they feel. That's all I'm saying. James said, I said that on yesterday's show, but until Boots is tested, he will not be elite. He's talented, not elite yet. You know what, though, James, you make a valid point. He passes the eye test. He does have elite talent, but you won't know until he become tested. Now, the only way Boots can become tested, the guys who you say that the guys who you feel that will test Boots, they have to get in the ring with him. Boots, whoever is the matchmaker, James, for Boots, they'll have to be the ones to make those fights for him. You see what I'm saying? Boxing is about matchmaking. Boxing is about matchmaking. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about matching the fighter up with the right opponent. If it's a guy that's he's on the come up list. If it's a guy that he looked upon with the networks and the promotional company that they can market him, then what they'll do is, the matchmaker's job is to match the fighter up, slowly match him up with good names. Kind of like what's going on with Conor being in what the dude named Eddie Hearn. Boxing is all about matchmaking. That's what it's all about. The fight is won or lost with the matchmaker. You see what I'm saying? And if you are the house fighter, meaning the fighter who is favored to win, then they're always going to try to put you in favorable matchups until you get to the pinnacle of where you need to be at in order to become a champion. And that's what it's all about. That's just what it's all about. That's just the facts of the matter, dog. That shit WWE. Halim have been in several training camps with I ain't gonna say the company name because of but he sent me a shirt with Josh Taylor, Tyson Fury, yada 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 yada. Yeah, the matchmakers they pick. It's all about picking the right fighters and stuff like that. James, what did he say? He said Matchmaker dropped the ball with Clayton. No, you know what? Nah, not really. They didn't drop the ball with Clayton. They didn't drop the ball with Clayton. I mean, Clayton was the one. He was an Olympian. He should have put up a better fight than that, James, to be honest with you. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Double A from VA. What's up, man?
Double A from VA. Talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
What's up, man? You know, look, this Double A from VA. Lennox Lewis #1. Don't care what Haleen say.
Hey, Haleen, you hear him? Lennox Lewis is #1, fam. Lennox Lewis is #1. And guess what? Hey, Haleen.
Put some respect on my name.
You gonna put some respect on his name, too.
Hey, Coach, hit AB dance for me, Coach. You know I dance with you, man. Great stuff you doing, man.
Hey, yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Again, man, everybody have a right to their opinion, whether you agree with it or not or whatever. It doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, man. Let's see.
Exactly.
AB, where you at, AB?
Turn around.
Shout out to Double A, man. Round of applause. Shout out to Double A. Round of applause. Yeah, man. 530-494-9636. Call in. Please call me now. Call me now. You know, everybody's opinion is everybody has a right to voice their opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys who, you know, you can threaten me, say what you want to say about me. I don't give a damn. I'm not gonna block you. Disrespect the women. Don't attack the children, whatever the case may be. You have a right to voice your opinion, no matter how ludicrous it may be. You have a right to do that. You know what I mean? Them games, he said he got him. What you say? He got him right in the ear. No, he you know what? Yeah, he caught him like behind the head, but the dude ducked his head into the shot. Come on, man. The dude ducked his head. Man, that dude. Listen, y'all ain't answer my question either. How many punches did Clayton throw? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this Curtis from Long Beach again.
Kurt from Long Beach. Talk to him, my brother.
Man, I see everybody high on Boots, man. But realistically, man, he probably won't get his shine until, you know, all those belts is relinquished from Crawford and Spence, because, you know, the reality is they're gonna fight each other and move up. You know, either way it goes. But, you know, that next group of guys, that's where Boots is gonna shine. And realistically, he might get a Thurman. You know what I mean? Because Thurman got to be realistic too. Like, you know, he calling out Crawford and, you know, Spence, but, you know, I think it's a little too late. You know what I mean? So I think Thurman might have to fight Boots, you know what I'm saying, realistically, because I don't see Thurman moving up. But I think those guys like Conor Ben, when they, you know, decide to step it up and they start going after belts, Josh Taylor when he moves up.
Because he don't lost one. He don't got stripped of one of his belts.
Yeah, I think he's moving up, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, that next group of guys, I think Boots is going to have his chance to shine and dominate. And those are the guys he's going to show it against. So Stanionis, you know, all this Spence and Crawford talk, that's unrealistic. They don't get nothing from that fight. You know what I mean? Boots is the only one that's winning in that situation. Because if they beat Boots, it's early in his career. You know, they don't get much credit for it. So that's why I don't see them fighting him. You know, it's not a ducking thing. It's just, there's nothing there.
But that's what I was saying. Like the business of boxing, the way it's going, it's not going to be. Well, he need to fight Boots next. Nah, it's not that simple. You know what I mean? Like them dudes, where they're at in their career, their trajectory is going somewhere else. Boots is in this, and Errol Spence said it best. Boots is in the same situation that he was in when he was chasing Keith Thurman to fight for a title. He was young. He was hungry. Well, that was 5 years ago. I think that was 5 years ago. But he's saying that Boots is in the same situation that he was in. He wants a shot. He wants to fight the champions to earn his keep. And those guys are not going to go back. You know, they're not going to go back.
Boots not even close to that situation, because Spence and Thurman were champions at the same time. Boots not a champion, so it's kind of, you know. Thurman
No. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying when Spence wasn't.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I know, but then, you know, they were still close together. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spence wouldn't got the belt like Thurman said. Thurman just didn't want to fight Spence. That's realistically, he didn't want to fight him. You know what I mean? And it's understandable, looking at the way things turned out. But now, he's calling for the fight after he done lost. But it's just one of those fights. I don't think Thurman ever liked that fight. I think Thurman is looking to just, like most people say, cash out. I don't see him having a long run from here on out.
Yeah, but I don't. Again, I don't know how much money Thurman. I know he wanted $10 million, and he said this publicly. That's how I know online to fight Crawford when Crawford was with Top Rank. So my question I wanted to ask Keith Thurman, if I can catch him in Clearwater, is did you get $10 million to fight Mario Barrios? Did Al Haymon pay you $10 million?
Not even close.
I mean, that's the question I go.
Not even close.
When it came to Crawford, you said you wanted $10 million, but did you get $10 million from Al to fight Mario Barrios? So apparently, when it comes to certain fighters,
who can
go ahead?
Who realistically, who can he get $10 million for fighting? Did he get $10 million for fighting Pacquiao?
No, he didn't. He didn't get $10 million to fight Pacquiao. Even with the pay-per-view, he didn't get that from what's been reported on public record. I just say that.
Yeah, I don't see Thurman getting $10 million from anybody outside of like a Floyd Mayweather, and not even then. He'd have to do something amazing.
And Thurman from Florida, he a Florida boy like me. You know what I mean? I ride with Thurman, but I'm just saying that's what he said out of his mouth. So I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure he ain't get no $10 million from Al. So
yeah, no, but I agree with a lot of the people that's commenting on the Boots situation, and everybody hyped on Boots, but you can't really say right now, you know what I mean? Because he's not going to get an opportunity to really show anything with the guys that he's fighting.
Yeah.
And then the guys where he could show something, it's not realistic for them. Like they don't get anything out of fighting Boots right now. You know what I mean? Other than it's a tough challenge that they don't need to take, and they'll get props for taking it. But if they dust him off, like let's say if a Terrence Crawford dusts him off, they'll say he shouldn't have been in the ring with him. It's kind of like David Reed with Trinidad. They say that's a fight that David Reed shouldn't have took.
Yeah,
it was too early.
Yeah, I mean that's dealing with matchmakers, and like Spence say, listen, man, you might be careful what you ask for. You might be biting off a little bit more than what you can chew, because it's different on that level. But right now, I think the business of boxing, the way it's going at, he won't get to fight those guys. Not right now. You know what I mean? Maybe later on down the line, but right now he's not gonna get to fight those guys. Any one of those guys.
The only one that's slightly realistic is Thurman, and that's just because Thurman doesn't have the option. You know what I mean? So they might offer something to Thurman that he can't turn down because he won't get it from anyone else. You know what I mean? Unless Thurman is willing to go to England to fight Conor Benn, you know what I mean? He's not going to get any major money, because I heard Conor Benn say he'll fight Thurman. So that's why I throw that out there.
All right, we'll see.
But
we'll see how it works, Curtis. Hey, but shout out to my brother Curtis from Long Beach, man. Salute to you, fam.
All right, man.
Come from Long Beach. Shout out to this guy.
Hey, okay.
He said for dropping that $1.99 super chat on your boy. He said, why you hype Boots? He fought no one. You favor black fighters. Ooh, some of these guys are just slow. True. I don't know what you put. I don't know what you putting down, but I'm not picking it up. No, sir. You can take that somewhere else, sir. Shout out to thanks for the super chat, though. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Shout out to Dirty Red.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, at Connor, tell Virgil to get in there with Boots. Yeah, these dudes here, boy. Bless that y'all always bring a race into it, and y'all stay hating on black fighters. Yes, they do. But hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. They won't call in though. They won't call into the show. Bless. You notice that? Like this bitch ass nigga here on Connor. You notice they won't call into the show. Listen, the phone number right there, 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. One thing I will say, Jason Mones, he be hanging the phone up now, so he don't call in anymore. In VA Money Group, he will call in. I will say that. I don't like his ass. I can't stand that nigga. That nigga can't stand me. But at least he'll bring his ass over here and call in. I give him that. But these other dudes, they won't even call in. So, I respect the ones who call in. They won't even call in. So, he said, Coach, I think Bud and EJ stops Boots. He's a talented young brother. but there are levels. You know, I mean, again, you know, you can make an argument for why either one of those guys will stop him, and you can make an argument for why maybe Boots will stop either EJ or Bud. You see what I'm saying? So it just we'll never know until they fight, and that's the position that I always take because from a talent standpoint, the boy has the talent. You see what I'm saying? It's just a matter of can he take a punch? What's going to happen when he get in there with an elite fighter? And I can't really tell because the guy he fought Saturday, what the dude did, man? What the dude did? You saw what the dude did. Listen, no one even answered my question yet. No one even answered my question yet. How many punches did Canelo? I mean, not Canelo. How many punches did Clayton throw? Did he throw any punches? Did he land a punch? Like what he threw? Like, bro, anybody, please. He had to throw. He had to be under. I don't even remember him throwing a punch. Maybe two punches. He made a throw. Like, come on, man. Connor said, "Bless 365, same person that hate Canelo." Oh boy. Yeah. This dude here, Connor, you might not want to. This might not be the channel for you, man. If you don't like the channel, you might want to go somewhere else. Take your ass somewhere else, sir.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Archie from Vegas.
Archie from Vegas. Big Archie, talk to me, fam.
Hey, can you hear me, dog?
I can hear real good.
Listen, man. Boots. When it comes to Boots, you want to know if he's good or not? I know people gonna say he don't know shit. He don't know. Put his motherfucking ass in with Castano. That'll help both fighters. Castano.
Yeah, that'll be a damn good fight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And then if he watches Castano, then we'll be like, holy smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if Castano whoops, or if Castano whoops Boots, that would be like, holy smoke. Because Castano's only 5'7". He's not even big. He's short and he can't make 147, you know, because of his bone structure. You know, he can't make, you know, he's wide, he's fat, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I see. But that's all I wanted to say. Because nobody bringing the Castano name up. Put Castano in with Boots. Put him in with that motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Castano, the Stanionis, what you think about Stanionis?
Huh?
What you think about it's a couple of people that Boots getting standing. What you think about Stanionis?
Stanionis, you know what, man? I'm ignorant to Stanionis. I haven't seen much about him. So I will be ignorant to speak on him. I haven't seen him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, man. Archie, shout out to you, fam. Salute to you, fam, for calling in.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Peace, homie.
Yes, sir. Vegas in the house. I mean, I love Las Vegas, man. Las Vegas is nice, man. Shout out to the Queen, man. Bless 365.
Hey, okay.
You're dropping that half for damn dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless say, he say, get your super chat money. Get your super chat money up, baby boy. Bye. Oh. True. Hey man, you better leave Bless alone, man. better leave Bless alone, man. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, better leave Bless alone, boy. She want that smoke now. Hey, man, you know what I mean? Hey, check it out though, man. Shout out to good call with Bruce Seldon. No, you talking about Bruce Seldon. Let's see. C's, what you say? You say that Charles Martin. Oh, Charles, man, I don't even want to talk about it. Oh, I walk the earth like a god. Charles, I walk the earth like a god, Martin. Hey, look here, man. Hold on. I got one more thing to say too. You see my dog Trevor Bryan. We coming to the UK. It's USA. Hold up, my brother. You representing America, You know what I mean? USA versus the UK. Trevor the Dream Bryant, the only American heavyweight champion of the world right now. The only American heavyweight champion of the world. Trevor the Dream Bryant, he will be on his way. He will be on his way. You know what I mean? So anyway, Trevor the Dream Bryant. Let's do this, man. That's about a fact. Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. And let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's give everybody, let's do this OJ the Jew Man style. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Shout out to Frank the Tank. Shout out to Big Hulk from Maryland. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Shout out to Big Will. Shout out to Frank Forbes. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Lady Shan, Dutton Season. Shout out to Flex BX. Shout out to Daniel Rios. Shout out to Jesus Luna. Shout out to Manny G. Shout out to Boxing Fan 101. Shout out to Eric Pack. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Candy Slim 501. Shout out to Low Key Serious. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Hovan Soto. Shout out to Big Ronald Finkley. Shout out to Drumming for Whole Life. Shout out to Double A. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to W Right Side. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to Anna Moketsi. Shout out to Manny Dosiento Inueve. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Shout out to Troy Graham. Shout out to AV Sounds. Shout out to Kathy W. Throwing up the W. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to Carmen Serene. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Polo Bond, Philo 58. Shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Ciccarelli, baby. Shout out to my main man, Damian Bennett, man, from DC. I'm off from B-More. Sorry about that. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to Charlo, my brother from the UK. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to the Queen Fistiana Fights. Shout out to my sister, Miss Fitch. Shout out to my brother, Retro Boss in the documentary. Shout out to Schoolo X-Bond. Shout out to Mark Nash from the ATL. Rider of the Storm. Carl Hansen. Philly Fly. Shout out to the Queen, Bless 365. Shout out to A. Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans, the good doctor. Shout out to Mr. Pad. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to my sister, Lisa Bells. Shout out to Smith and West, man, from Detroit. You know, Detroit versus everybody. We gain the hardest. We rep the hardest. Shout out to Tony Harris. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing as well, man. Let's give the callers around a shout out as well. Shout out to my brother Curtis from Long Beach. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh from DC. Shout out to John from DC. Shout out to Melvin from Florida. Shout out to Shorty Moore from Compton. Shout out to Kareem from Clearwater. Shout out to VA Money Group, the LDBC's finest. Shout out to the Dirty Red from Mississippi. Shout out to Double A from Virginia. And shout out to Archie from Vegas. You guys know what time it is, man. Shout out to Frank Forbes. Shout out to, let's see, who else we got? Wise Guy. Shout out to the Queen Deborah Booker, Nino B, Jeff Lucietta, Pete Johnson, Con Shinery. Let's see. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to my haters and detractors. Big Lex, what's going on, my brother? Dim Gaines, Serious Biz. Con Shinery. And the boxing scientist, and shout out to my brother over there in Chicago. I forgot the brother name for Chicago, man. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about. And shout out to my haters and detractors. I appreciate people like VA Money Group, all you guys who hate me, and you know I can't stand your ass with a passion. Remember that. Jason Mones, I appreciate you giving me your watch time hours, your time. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll be on tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I expect you niggas to come back over and do what you do best. Hate. You don't like me, I don't like you. Fuck yeah. Other than that, that's it. It's about Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.